Let's see here. We got.
What are we doing?
I'm
What the
checking
fuck? Am I
the
not coming through?
stream right now. Seeing if it's
God
working
damn it already before
properly.
we even start?
Huh? Oh, it's weird. We seem to be online, but it's not like
Everything.
actually online there. Take a while to go live. Maybe they have a new buffer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it looks like none of our audio is coming through. All right, let's see. Is that going to make a difference? I don't know. Uh-oh, you cannot hear me? Oh, let's see. It should come through
Alright,
now.
dude. Alright, I don't know if you're hearing me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Were you not hearing me?
Alright, dude. Alright, I don't know if you're hearing me.
Alright, well, I can hear you just fine. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm gonna kind of...
Something is going on here. Hold up. I'm
gonna go switch my headsets and shit.
Alright, there we go. Now I can actually fucking control some shit. Alright, cool.
Alright, how about now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
You hearing me?
Yep.
Okay, alright. I think, yeah, for some reason you weren't coming through on mine. But I assume it was my problem. It usually
Oh,
is.
weird.
So, most likely, yeah, I just put my headset back in, one of the Bluetooth ones. So I put it back and just pulled the other one out, and now it seems to be working fine. So, something to do with the Bluetooth headsets, maybe?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Either
Maybe.
way, I think we're good for.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of impossible to really know for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Odds are it's my problem. Again, statistically speaking, it was probably on my side as it usually is.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen sometimes.
So yeah, maybe because I was using both, like right before I jumped on, and I put one back. Maybe that did something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's working. That's an important thing. What's another fucking wheel on this thing? God damn, dude. Thought I was losing weight. No, there's this new
No.
chair that I put out front, and basically there's like, the little break in the concrete between concrete sections or whatever, the little groove or whatever the fuck you want to call it. For some reason, this chair, the wheels on this chair, if they get caught in that groove and there's like even a decent amount of weight applied, they snap right off. Like for some reason, if the wheels get caught in the right way, the right amount of pressure, they just fucking snap off.
Weird.
So there's 6. That was the third one that's gone flying off. Although might be kind of nice because I don't really need it to move anymore. Like just sitting out here, it doesn't really need to scoot around on the wheels. And when the grandpuppy takes off, bolting after a fucking cat, the wheels are a bit of a hindrance because the fucking chair goes right along with them.
Huh. Strange.
Because I wrap it around my leg. I wrap it around my leg because I finally figured out that if he's gonna bolt, it's gonna pull it right out of my hands. So I wrap the fucking retractable leash thing around my leg.
So okay. I've seen that work out very poorly in many an internet video, sir.
Yeah. It's not too far for the chair to go before it's hitting like dirt and shit. That's not gonna, that it's not gonna go, much further.
Oh no, I mean like people get yanked by the dog and just dragged and shit. I don't think it's gonna happen to you.
Oh yeah.
You're heavy enough that the dog can't just yank you around, but I've seen that go wrong so many times on the internet. Like, or they'll do like a really shitty cheap plastic chair, and the dog will go running and just yank one of the fucking legs out.
Yeah, I've seen that shit. Yeah, this puppy, I mean, he gets up to speed pretty quickly, but he's still not, I mean, he's small for a golden retriever, so, no matter how fast he gets up, he just doesn't have the mass to go with the inertia. But he can pull me off he can get me off balance. That's definitely happened.
Oh, yeah. I just got like a weird thing, like we did something, or somebody came in or left or something. That's weird. Or if that's like a delayed little fucking indicator.
Could be.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude. I was thinking, I was just watching the asshole pranker, quote unquote prank guy.
Oh God!
Pouring ice.
Fuck, is that not like the most disturbing thing ever? It's like, oh yeah, that probably started a fire. Like that's a fairly good chance that shit could have burned the whole place down and potentially killed some people.
Yeah. So fuck that guy. So I was thinking. Okay, now ordinarily, I'm very opposed to multiplier. Like calling shit hate.
Oh yeah, like it's a hate crime. Or,
I kind of feel like prank crime. I feel like prank crimes would be like the one exception. Like if you're doing some bullshit prank and you fucking get convicted, like maybe give them an extra time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It'd be like the one thing where I'm like, you know what? Then it's okay. If you did it for some bullshit fucking prank, fuck you. You get like a third extra time.
100% in with that.
Right?
Like you're doing it for social media clout. Like you should be getting extra time because it's just such a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like I said, I can't think of any other scenario where I'd be okay.
Disregard for your victim.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because they say it in the video. They're like, these guys are mostly minimum wage fucking workers. That now they're probably going home late. You fucking you put their lives in danger. They're definitely going home late. If it's that late in the night and all that. Yeah, it's fucking incredibly shitty thing to do. And for
Yeah,
what?
I like the guys. Like, you
Views?
shouldn't fuck with like minimum wage workers. Like, their lives are already fucked. It's like,
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
true, but also kind of like fucked up at the same time. Like, if you think about it.
yeah, yeah. Because yeah, they do have shitty jobs and do not get paid much for them. I guess fast food's not the worst. It's not like super labor intensive, but it does suck.
Yeah, no, fast food is definitely not a super good one.
Yeah. What's up, kitty cat? Fucking cat. Meow. You got food? You got water? I don't know if it's you or your fucking buddies scattering it all over the place. Yeah, the stray cat. Like, I'll put food out for him. I don't put out a lot anymore because, again, I don't know if it's him or the other cats that come and try to punk him for the food I put out. But yeah, I'll come out and there'll be like a dozen or so pieces of the food just scattered around the bowl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I think because there's like two black cats that are constantly hanging around here, so I think it's them. I've seen them like eating the food. I sometimes I would put it so I could take the dog out here and the cat to have his food. I'd put it up like on the the hood of the truck, the hood of my truck, which
Yeah.
is much further away from the house, further away from where I'm normally at. And yeah, I look over and there's just two fucking black cats like eating the food.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, I suspect it's them fucking with it. Maybe fighting each other for the food or something. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. If you're trying to track like the random animals in the neighborhood fighting, that's gonna be kind of tough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I'll probably catch it happening at some point, maybe. Even if not, it's not the biggest deal.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, is
not
it
the most
anything you
important
could do
thing.
about it, even if you caught it? You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, other than just not leaving it out anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like only have it
not
out
leave the food
here.
out. Yeah, that's probably your only real option there.
Yeah. Bad enough. The fucking I have to put like the ant powder around it because the
Oh,
ants will
keep the
swarm
fucking
on it
ants
almost
out.
instantly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I never actually had pet food eaten by ants. We've had many times we've had ant problems, but I've never had to worry about like them getting into like pet food for some reason. Maybe
Yeah.
there
Do
were always
you
other
normally feed them
options.
outside or inside?
So let's
You feed the dogs
see.
outside?
The dogs we would feed twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Um,
Yeah. Outside
inside,
though or inside?
inside. We would always feed them inside. The only dogs we ever fed outside were when we
Oh,
took on the two mini dachshunds briefly. My dad's friend had like these two mini dachshunds that had lived in his side yard their whole life, and they were just like savage fucking beasts. They were
oh
super,
wow.
super fucking
So they're
hostile
feral.
to
They had a home.
everything that wasn't a dachshund. Um, so like they were totally down with the dachshund we had, but the other dog they would constantly like harass and chase it around the house, like
God
aggressively
damn.
trying to hurt it. Um,
God damn.
and then when we
I am
tried to
German.
feed our dogs, like we feed the dogs like we'll put their dishes down one after the other or both at the same time, depending on how many people are involved. And
All right.
these little dudes would just fucking run up and just start yanking the food out of your hands. Like if you got close to the ground, they'd yank the dish out of your hands, scatter the food everywhere, and just go fucking ham on eating it. So they were
So
just
they were
like
basically like they had a home, but they were feral anyway.
they were feral anyway. It
Basically,
was like it was the most absurd thing, and it's like we can't do anything with these dogs. Like they're so
yeah,
far, like they were
yeah,
already like 4 or 5 years old. So it's like there's no fucking way we're retraining them out of these habits. Like we just don't
yeah,
have the. We're not those people. I'm sure somebody could if they were willing to like commit 8 hours a day for
yeah,
the next couple of months doing it, but like there's no fucking way we were gonna do that. It just
yeah,
wasn't gonna happen. And so we had to feed them out in the backyard for like a week or two because they would, the only thing you could do is just throw food on the ground because it was dangerous. It was like you're gonna lose a fucking
yeah.
finger to one of these little things. Anybody who thinks that those dogs can't kill badgers is out of their fucking mind, by the way.
Right.
Let me tell you, like, they're
Yeah, yeah.
small,
They look.
but man, they're kind of scary when they're fucking mean. Like,
Yeah. Well, they're German, dude. Germans always
true.
got that in them. It seems like fucking weird. Very aggressive when they're provoked for whatever reason, or when they're set off. I guess I shouldn't say provoked, but
Yeah, I don't know. Those little dogs were just out of their fucking minds. I think they just had never experienced any sort of like family or home.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. It was a two-dog pack at all times. No other, except well, I guess the third one kind of.
The weird thing was they were totally fine with our dachshund. Like they immediately were like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you're
yeah.
one of us. We're in. You're cool, buddy." And they never fucked with him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's no
But any other
way,
non-dachshund
there's no way he would have been like in any way, shape, or form dominant over either of the two, even though he was
right?
twice their size. Because he was like a full size normal
Nah,
dachshund, and they were like miniature dachshunds, and they were about half his
yeah,
size. If they'd been aggressive with him, they'd have fucked him up because he was a nice dog. Like he wasn't.
yeah,
He just didn't have it in him, because we raised him from a puppy to be a
yeah,
nice dog. And I don't think this dude had any real interaction with his own dogs. And I
yeah,
question why he
yeah.
even had them in the first place if all he was going to do was just create like a side yard area for them to hang out in and then never be doing anything with them because they didn't know how to like play or like fetch or walk on a lead. Like they were just completely feral. You're right. That's probably the only way to put
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't understand having a dog or dogs and not like interacting with them at all.
Yeah, like
Like
I don't
unless
like
they're
having
so.
pets, but like I would never like own one and then leave it in the backyard all the time and never talk like interact and never like pet it or play with it or walk it or
Yeah,
anything like that. Like just throw food out occasionally. Like that's just not what I would. I couldn't imagine why you would do that. Like I don't even understand the people that are like, no, you can't get on the couch, dog. Because to me, it's like,
yeah.
unless they're doing damage to something, who gives a fuck? They're supposed to be part of the family, right? Like it's,
Do what you're thinking.
you can
Yeah,
clean
it's
a
yeah, it's
couch.
odd.
You can vacuum
Yeah, I
and
mean, if
clean
they're
a
like
couch. It's not
tearing it
like it's that
up,
big a deal.
yeah, if they're like literally biting and tearing it up, that's one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. If they're fine, if they're just kind of hanging out on it, yeah, it's no problem. Get a little bridge.
Oh
So yeah, the grand puppy's here as usual.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it takes him a bit to figure out that I'm not talking to him. Like that once a week or whatever.
Oh,
Then he's okay.
he's like, this is the time when he talks to himself now.
Get your boy. Yeah, it's amazing
Gonna get him his
how
own
short a
headset,
distance.
and he can participate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's amazing how short a distance he's satisfied with chasing a ball.
Oh,
Like I'll do it in my room where there's a
terribly
tennis
into
ball,
going that
and
far
it's
with it.
like,
He's like, I've gone far enough. That's
oh, he
enough.
will. Yeah, no, he will. But I'm saying, like, when we're out in the yard, yeah, he'll chase it all over the yard, whatever I throw all over the yard. But inside, like, I'll throw it, like a tennis ball 10 feet away, and he fucking just, intensely goes after it.
Oh, weird.
Like he's chasing, you know what I mean? Like it's pretty crazy. They're like, all right,
We always used to fuck
as
with
long
our
as I'm
dogs
retrieving.
because we have hardwood floors in the hallway. So we would throw things down the hall and just watch them not be able to get purchased with their feet all the time. It was great.
Yeah, yeah, he has a bit of that because especially the Goldens. Like if you don't trim the hair between their paw pads, like it'll grow, dude. It'll grow long, dude.
Oh yeah, that was one of the weird things with the dog we had too, was that you had to trim the hair on the paw pads because prior to that, I think all the dogs we had were relatively short hair, and so it was never like a real big issue having fur didn't grow far enough between their toes to be a problem. But yeah, that was a kind of a trip. I didn't realize that was a real issue for dogs. It's like, nope, fucking fur getting on their feet. Gotta trim it again.
Yeah, it makes it tough because ours are almost all hardwood. Like this house, pretty much the whole floor is all hardwood. So he does fine unless he's actually trying to chase something or stop suddenly. Then he'll slip a bit. Yeah. And it's a pain in the ass because anytime you're trying to trim paw hair or do anything with his paws, it's a game.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, you'll just
the game.
Just have to get one of those little what do you call them? Like a little shaver thing and just do it real fast, so it's not like a big long process.
Yeah, I was trying to get him used to the sound of a like an electric trimmer or whatever, but I kind of bailed on it because it wasn't working. It takes a bit. You'd just freak out every time it came on. You know that whatever. You know the noise. You know the noise. So yeah, it was tough to get around him. Even trying to cut the shit around his ears, which is, it's not necessary. I mean, it's not really causing a problem. It just looks a lot cleaner if you fucking keep it trimmed. But yeah, there's a bunch of that long ass hair that runs right around his ears. That's impossible. It's really odd because he fucking he likes you petting his ears or playing with his ears or whatever, massaging him, whatever you want to call it. It's the fucking if you touch the actual hair, he immediately freaks out. Like it's a tenth of a second. It's such a fast reaction. Like I could be fucking with his ears, a regular actual pet or massage or whatever, and if I just grab his hair, it's so fucking. It's almost instant. It's funny. It's like, how do you know the instant? How your fucking reaction's that fast?
Huh.
He's like, yeah, I know immediately when you've gone from massaging my ears to grabbing my long hair behind them. Yeah. So what else is happening in the world today?
Let's see. I'm kind of looking through the different things here. I couldn't watch very much of the podcast thing. The one about the huge tits or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it was mainly just to fucking.
I do have a lot of questions for a chick that has titties that big. But none of them would be sexual because I don't give a shit about what kind of boys gonna have to be none of that. I'm just like the back problems. What kind of weird shit do you have trouble doing? Can you trim your toenails, or do you have to have somebody do it for you? Because normally even I'm a fat dude, but I can get to my toes and trim my toenails. But those things are massive, and compared to the size of her. At least the one in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I don't know that she could get to.
Oh yeah, no, they're ridiculous. I still couldn't believe the dude asked her that though. So when you were younger, did you usually have the biggest boobs in your group? Like, what the fuck do you think the answer to that question is?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
the
no,
odds
I
are
mean,
incredibly low.
she's like, no, I was flat as a board until yesterday,
You
motherfucker.
know what I
Like, what
mean?
the fuck did you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. Because again, most we love tits. Most of the guys just absolutely love tits.
I
But something
love.
that big, it's like gross.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't know about
interested.
you, but
No,
that's too
it's
much.
gross. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's definitely not cool. Although her makeup is the worst. You can tell that a lot of men have been like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're so pretty," because they're not looking at her face. Because I'm like looking at her face, going,
Yeah.
"You look like you went
It's
and were
almost
like,
clownish.
I want to be a clown today." Like just. But like, I'd also love to know what was the like most
Yeah.
insane reaction you've ever had, where somebody was just completely out of line. Because I bet you there's some funny stories of like random dudes hitting on her or like ladies saying mean shit. You know, like I'm sure there's
Yeah.
much more
Oh yeah.
interesting things to talk about with somebody that has big titties than well, did you have bigger titties than the girls you knew? Like just oh, that feels so fucking cringe.
Such a dumb question. Yeah, it's such a stupid question.
And,
Yeah, that's
and
really the only reason I was sharing it. Yeah.
I think they were being very charitable, the guys there, in crediting this interviewer with being legitimately stuttering, where he does
Mm.
that really obviously fake like thing. Like it's like that was part of the cringe too
All
for me.
right.
Like he wasn't stuttering; he was just
Yeah.
pretending to be blown away by the big titties. Like it was like, this is
Yeah.
so badly acted.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely a couple dumbasses in there. I like Carl, but most of the other people on there kind of suck. Carl is the main guy with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, yeah. And some of the other people he has on are fucking dumbasses. Yeah. Oh shit! Did you watch any of that fucking that I'm Alex
No, I
debate
got
with?
really
Yeah.
confused reading
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. I probably
stuff.
should have said, "Hey, watch this." What do you think? Way too much info. But yeah. Anyways, the really quickly, I'm Alex is this dude that's like a commentary type YouTuber. Or apparently, he's more of a trend hopper, really. But
Just whatever's popular,
basically,
get the
anytime.
views, make your money, go home and fucking hang out by the pool kind of guy.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, anytime somebody would be accused of anything, like when Katie accused George, a couple other times when it turned out to be bullshit, but he would automatically just jump on it and fucking you know, tear into this person with no evidence. And then it turned out he
Believe
was
all women
treating,
kind of bullshit, where he actually does, and it's
yeah,
even though clearly the
yeah,
woman is wrong in a lot of these cases that you see now.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, um, he didn't really care. He was one of those phony fucking people pretending to be like the virtue signaling guy. And again, he was abusing the shit out of his, not physically, but like, dude, some of the shit he said to his chick, I'm like, God damn, this dude's fucking horrible.
Oh
Like
yeah, I mean,
literally,
you
I'm
remember
gonna
watching?
smash your head into the
I can
wall.
imagine because I've seen that like Steven Crowder video where he's talking to his wife, and it's just
Yeah,
the weird
yeah. Although this guy
narcissistic
was literally like,
rage is just
I'm gonna smash your head into the wall with a brick. Like he screams that at her, dude.
that is
So
creepy.
anyways,
That is someone that's a
yeah.
real big red flag. Like if somebody was screaming shit like that to
Oh yeah.
me, I would
Oh dude.
probably leave them and get the fuck out. You know, like, and I might not
Yeah.
necessarily
Yeah.
like I might wait till they're at work and fucking move all my shit while they're in the fucking somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would not
Oh yeah.
stay in that situation for any
Yeah.
length of time. That's too fucking dangerous.
But yeah, it was in his case, it was definitely obviously hypocritical since for him to be that fucked up to women. But the theory now is that because he's done this in other ways to other creators, but basically he would do so to eliminate his competition and get more of the market share or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he's doing commentary and he takes down another commentary YouTuber, there's going to be more people that are going to watch him. And apparently he's done this shit in any way he can. Like he's a fucked up Machiavellian little piece of shit, dude.
A real
You know?
scumbag. Yeah, I dig what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, beyond the being charged of abuse shit, just whatever way he could fuck people over and get them canceled or get two people mad at each other and said it benefits him, like that kind of shit. Just any way he could to get fame, and he had over 2 million subscribers. Before everybody's now finally finding out the truth about him. That's the other thing too. It's like a bunch of people knew and just kind of let it happen. Like a bunch of people knew how a fucking horrible person he was, but just kind of didn't do anything. Which I can kind of some of them anyway.
To be fair, when you say that though, like I have to say, and I'm sure you probably are thinking the similar thing is. A lot of times it doesn't matter what you do or say, like the person, whether it be a girl or a dude in an abusive relationship, they just won't walk away.
Yeah.
And that's you can't make somebody walk away if they don't want to.
Yeah, and not even just him being shitty to his girl, just all the shit he was pulling. Nobody was, people were like letting him get away with it. Some of them, it was cowardly. I think some of them were just like, dude, unless other people are coming out with me, like, this isn't going to fucking change anything. Like, even if it's beyond him being evil to
get is like you lose more kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, everybody's going to be calling you a hater and you're just making shit up, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. and even though, like, it's true and you might, like, at least be telling the truth, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I can see why people were a bit hesitant. Some of them were just cowardly, but some of them were like, yeah.
See, me personally, I'm the kind of vindictive son of a bitch. I don't give a fuck. All right, it's going to make my life worse. I'm still going to come right out and be like, yeah, this motherfucker's a giant pile of shit. Like, I could literally end up losing money on the deal because I'm going to have to pay like some sort of penalty in a contract or something. I'm still going to fucking say it.
Yeah.
If somebody's treating me like that, like screaming and yelling and being nasty and fucked up and making all these crazy threats.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd beat the shit out of him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a real tough one not to beat the shit out of him, depending on the size of the guy.
Yeah, if we're ever in person, he's pulling some shit. Yeah, I'm fucking pounding your face in, dude. Yeah, and he's a little fucking tiny twink motherfucker, too, which is just fantastic.
Well, that does not help.
So you got the twink rage.
Smash your head in with a brick. I'd love to see you try, motherfucker.
Yeah. Most of the girls he was dating were probably bigger than him, which is fucking hilarious.
Oh no.
Oh fuck. But yeah, that twink rage. It's kind of like that's probably similar to, like, I can kind of understand a woman that's like just really ugly being a little resentful because that's so important for a woman, you know what I mean? Yeah, so if you're tiny as a guy, it's kind of the same thing.
Oh,
not exactly, but I could see being very angry about being a tiny little fucking, bitch boy. Having some anger about that.
Tiny little bitch boy. I love the vindictiveness of like the commentary now. Oh man, because like it's well deserved. Like the dude's fucking abusive towards his girlfriend. Like that's pretty gross. Like it's hard to it's hard to have any.
And also just and just treating everyone around him, whether it was a chick he was dating or just a dude that he worked with or whatever.
Yeah, it's always kind of surprising how these like really famous people get away with these kind of things because like. So many people are just willing to just fucking take it. You know what I mean? Just I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's good for my career, I guess. So I'll still associate with him, even though he treats me and everyone like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would definitely not be able to do it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. No, there's absolutely no way. I
Although I
would.
think there's plenty of evidence that you and I don't really give a shit about, getting more subs or fucking.
Yeah, true.
There's like 5, 6
But
years
like,
of
I
evidence at
mean,
this point.
it's like it's like say you meet like some famous celebrity, I don't know who, and they just turn out to be like a nasty, shitty person. It's like, I'd be hard pressed not to punch that person too. It doesn't matter if they're,
Yeah.
what kind
Oh
of
yeah.
fame you got.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing to be a little like rude and standoffish, but yeah, if you're gonna be a complete asshole, I don't care who you are. I will fucking punch you in the face.
Especially if it's just random. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
what do you call it? What kind of always blew me away about like the thing that's just like this guy and celebrities and stuff that do this kind of shit. It's just
Yeah.
like you don't even know most of these people really. You know what I mean? And you're just like casual
Oh
acquaintances,
yeah.
and you're screaming at them. Like, how do you not? How do you not realize, at least on some level, that you're doing something very wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how does he not recognize that that's not a healthy, normal thing to do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, the way some people handle fame. Yeah. And I assume for the most part they were already assholes before they became
Oh yeah,
famous.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
certainly
Oh,
some
I'm
that are
talking
not
in this
assholes.
case. I'm not even talking necessarily about famous people. Just the people that do that kind of thing, where they just yell and scream and treat everybody like
Yeah.
shit. It's like, how do you not
Yeah, everybody wants.
realize at some point, on some level, that there's something wrong with you? Because like you
Yeah.
can look around and see people that just don't do that to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, people are civil. Maybe they disagree. Maybe they even get mad at each other. But that doesn't mean that they have to like scream and yell
Yeah, lash
constantly
out.
and lash out all the time. Like once in a while, people get mad and they yell. That's just how that works. Like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and, and it's
If
nothing.
you're doing it all the
Nothing.
time to
Yeah,
friends and family, yeah, there's probably
exactly.
something wrong with you.
Oh fucking whoops. I'm trying to make a grocery order because I gotta order some sparkling water, but there's like a minimum. And now I'm trying to figure out what the fuck else I want.
Uh,
And I was typing in crackers, and for some reason I think I was thinking like it was gonna end up being a screen name, so I had to spell it with a Z because then it was cooler. And I'm like, well, that's not
all
gonna
right.
get me any actual crackers because that's just fucking dumb.
uh, nice.
Oh, I had a great fucking set of puns the other night. So my mom has been baking all the bread we use. She's just super into baking bread right now, and she bakes really good bread. So why not? Fresh homemade
All
loaf
right.
of bread and making a
Oh
sandwich
yeah.
is pretty darn tasty. And what she'll do at
Yeah.
the ends of the bread, or parts that just don't get used before they go stale, is she'll just save them and leave them out. We have like a bread cutter thing that you can just leave them out on, and then you crumble them up into breadcrumbs and use them for breadcrumbs, whatever you're making. Um,
Yeah.
and my sister was sitting there fucking with one of the ends of the bread, and I said, "Oh," and she's making it do a little dance. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a pure bread," which was pretty awful.
Yeah, it's gloriously awful, dude. Well
And
done.
then and then I waited a few minutes for the anguish to die, the sounds of the anguish to die down. And I looked over and I pointed at it and I said, "Heal."
uh,
Oh, so
yeah.
fucking foul. I felt so bad and so good at the same
Oh man.
time.
It is kind of nice to actually be able to see in person the responses to
Oh
the pun.
yeah,
Yeah, like it's a nice, if you get the audible groan or whatever, if you
that
saying
was
to
my
people
favorite
online.
part.
Yeah, If you can get an audible groan out of a pun, dude, that was the holy grail.
Oh yeah. Or when someone looks over and punches you in the arm, like, fuck
All
you.
right.
you know?
If you could get them to say we're no longer friends, that's like
Oh,
that's
that's
the
like
main,
crack.
that's the goal. Yeah. Damn. Yes.
Oh
It'll
man,
never get better
see.
than that.
No, never. It
That's
never
why I
gets
miss
better.
having Satan and satire on, dude. I'd love to torture that guy with puns, dude. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I think if we want him on, we have to move. We'd have to move back to like super late night shows.
Yeah. Is he still drinking himself into oblivion, or
I think
have you heard
so. Yeah,
anything from him?
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I figured out what I wanted, and I think you would agree that this is a good choice. You know those little peanut butter sandwiches, the little peanut butter crackers, the
Oh
little
yeah,
cheese
like the
ones. I got a
cheese
pack of
crackers.
each of those.
Oh
I was like, oh yeah, some of those would be nice.
yeah. Yeah, it's weird because it sounds awful, right? Like if you've never eaten them before,
Yeah,
like cheese flavored crackers and peanut butter. That sounds terrible,
but
and it's
no,
not.
it's
It's
really really
fantastic,
good.
indeed.
It's like I would argue like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Like it doesn't sound like it would be the most pleasant thing to eat when you hear it, but when you actually eat it, it's like,
Yeah,
oh no, that's just like a banana jam essentially.
yeah,
It's like a peanut butter
yeah,
and jam sandwich. It's just banana flavored jam. Because bananas are so sweet that you don't really need to like add anything. God, I can't imagine adding sugar to bananas. That would
yeah.
be
That would be
awful.
definitely some overkill.
Yeah, like I get adding a little to make like a banana bread because banana bread's like a dessert or
Right.
something, but you're not adding it just to the bananas. I think if you added it just to the bananas, that'd be pretty intense.
Hmm. Yeah, that is a bit odd. That would be a bit odd. Yeah. Did we talk about Biden freezing up during that Juneteenth think or whatever? Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we did. And that was pretty fucking crazy.
Dude, he was literally frozen in place, dude, for like what, a good 30 seconds?
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, it was like, holy fuck, man. Like, this guy's fucking done.
Yeah,
And they're
I
still
don't
like,
think
yeah, I don't
he's
know
well anymore. Like it genuine like it used to be kind of a joke cuz he's like a doddering old fucking idiot, but like now I'm genuine like I don't
Yeah,
think he's well. Like I think he needs help.
yeah, like he's got to be close to the end here.
Yeah, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if Kamala ends up being president like before the end of his term. Honestly, the way things are going, and I don't
Yeah,
think anything like notorious is going to happen. I don't wish anything on him, but it seems like that wouldn't be like a real shock if he just died in his sleep or something.
yeah, 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 and I'd prefer her not be president ever. Like, I don't know. I just feel like she'd go fucking try to go nuts with it.
Oh, I'm sure like the amount of stuff that they would, because she has, she'd have more energy and more ability to just physically be in the office. Because neither of them are running
Yeah,
anything. It's obviously the bureaucrats are just running the whole fucking show. Like Biden's not making
yeah,
any decisions. Like let's not joke.
right. Yeah. I assume his wife is probably in there doing shit. She seems pretty evil.
That could be a real possibility. Yeah.
Dr. Jill Biden.
Yeah, that is a
It's
weird
just
one.
obnoxious. Dude. And she didn't even get it. Like, she didn't use it professionally at all. Like, obviously, she's not an actual physician. She's got a doctorate in education or whatever the fuck. Yeah, just anybody that's that insistent that you address them as doctor is obnoxious.
especially when
just
they're
because they
not
have
actually
the
doctors.
doctor. Yeah, yeah. Well, I get the doctorate thing versus physician thing. But yeah, she did nothing with her doctorate degree or whatever. Like she didn't get it till she was in her 50s, like after she was married to fucking Joe Biden. So she didn't even get the degree till after she was married. Did absolutely nothing with it, like professionally, and still wants to be fucking dressed as doctor.
Huh.
Yeah, it's fucking gross, dude. So somebody with that mindset having any kind of input is pretty scary.
Well, I mean, the whole concept problem, right? I mean, is that like none of the people in charge give two shits what how like matters to anyone like that's actually like a human being in the real world. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
sure how you put it. It's just like they don't give a
Yeah. Just
fuck about us. Like
it's like, how
so,
much money are you gonna give me to do what?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. They're like, okay, how much money are we gonna get to do this? All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. I'll
Yeah,
pretend I care deeply about this bullshit, ripping off the American people.
yeah. I mean, because they're right now
For the
they're
rich kids.
trying to get like illegal aliens the right to vote in a bunch of places and all that kind of crazy shit, so that they can
Yeah. Very much gaming the system.
yeah, so they can take that bribe money from whatever it is they're getting it from.
Yeah, dude. It's well, I mean, it's obvious that the main thing is to try to get them to all, be Democrats because it's kind of the only chance they have. I think. Like, I'm not even sure they could fortify enough to fucking win this time.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
there's
their
so
typical
many fucking,
fucking
so many
election
people
rigging
just
thing
can't
is
stand them.
unlikely. Well, because that's that's the problem with
Yeah,
with the mainstream media is the mainstream media is only representing like a small percentage of people at this point. It's not even close.
yeah, they're just alienating. Yeah, yeah. If you're a minority and you're like born in this country and you're not getting a damn thing, and they're throwing all this money at the fucking people that are entering the country illegally, like, how is that not gonna piss you off, dude? It's fucking crazy.
Oh man. Well, and how much money are they giving people to come into the country illegally, but are not
Yeah,
giving to any of
yeah,
the other homeless people that are already in this country? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That
they're
were
putting up
born
these
here.
people in
Yeah,
like luxury hotels, but our homeless people are left to like have encampments wherever they might be tolerated for any length of time. Just seems
yeah,
kind of fucked
yeah,
up because we were already dealing with a huge homeless issue
yeah. Really
when the
fucked up.
invasion started, and now at this point it's insane. It's got to be like an actual business at
Yeah,
this point. The cartel's just training people on how to get money and then making them go and send it back. I'm sure there's a huge industry of it at
yeah,
this point.
yeah. Yep, most likely. But yeah, that's apparently why the that mayor in Chicago was talking about reparations or whatever. Because like even the black people and the minorities in Chicago are tired of him fucking giving so much to the migrants.
Oh
So now
yeah.
he's got to be like, oh, okay, here I'll throw some money at black people
Oh
since I
god.
pissed him off with
Yeah.
letting all these illegal people in the country.
Well, and I didn't watch Rageaholic's video, but he did a video, I guess, talking about how like the elected officials that are Republicans just aren't doing anything. Like they just, doesn't
Yeah, they're
matter
just kind of
how
letting it happen.
egregious what's going on is, most of them are just like, "Oh no, don't do that. Stop." Obviously they're just, the same side.
Yeah, yeah. They're all vast majority of them are just fucking globalists that don't
Yeah.
really disagree with each other on anything that they care about. Yeah,
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 there's no shortage of dinos and rhinos.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's pretty much by design. They want people fighting over stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter, like race and sexuality and fucking ideology or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they can
well, you
get
know,
away with all the
that's one of
corporations
those the
fucking everybody over.
weirdest parts of that kind of shit is this need for to force your point of view on everyone else. Like that's the part that I don't like. Where did that even come from? Because
Yeah,
it's never been like this big push to like make everybody agree with one point of view. Like this weird
yeah.
monocultural theistic kind of thing where it's like a cult
Yeah,
and a
yeah. No,
religion
it's very
almost.
much. Yeah, oh no, ideology has very much become uh, very, uh, yeah, people have a religious devotion to it.
Yeah, because I
And
was
anybody that's not in their fucking thing is the enemy. You're the fucking infidels or the fucking whatever.
oh well, I
If
mean,
you
it's
don't
just
agree with them,
the weirdest, dumbest shit comes out of it. Like, cause I was having a disagreement with my mom. She was trying to get political with me again or something, talking about capitalism being the issue. I'm like, capitalism isn't the problem. Capitalism is just not interfering with the people making businesses. Like, we want that. We want
yeah,
competition. You know, I said, well, we're dealing with this socialism. So, like, well, my definition of socialism, I'm like, no, the definition of socialism is the government owns and regulates businesses.
yeah, yeah,
And she's like, well,
yeah, and
that's not
innovation
my
and all that shit
definition. And I'm
kind
like,
of goes by the wayside.
and it's just the dumbest shit in the world. What do you mean your definition? No, there is what socialism is. It either is that or it isn't. There's no shades
Yeah,
of gray
yeah,
or oh well I think of it like this. No, that's what that word means. Something
yeah.
very specific.
Oh yeah. Well, no, yeah, they love to redefine, terms. It's like racism. It has some privilege power aspect to it,
Yeah.
bullshit. But if you hate someone else because of their race, you're fucking racist, dude.
Well,
Like, what the
and the
fuck
whole
is
thing
wrong
is
with you?
so narcissistic too, in a lot of ways. This sort of white savior thing of like we
Yeah.
need to save the black people and they can't be saved if we
Mhm.
don't all like do this and that and the other thing. And it's like I think if you just stopped fucking with them, you know, fucking with their schools and teaching them how to hate everybody, then maybe they might actually do better. Like they can save
Yeah.
themselves. They're
Yeah.
perfectly capable of it. They just need to be given the like they just need to like not be hindered.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, and telling them that they're fucking like systems against them when it isn't,
Is a
is
hindrance.
gonna fuck with a lot
It's
of
a
them.
big
Yeah, it's
hindrance.
gonna fuck with the vast. Well, there's gonna be a few that are like motivated by that, I guess. But for the most part, hear that you're like, oh, so I'm fucked.
Yep.
I'm not gonna bother trying. Fuck this.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so shitty, dude.
Yeah. Well, and it's the same thing as you're like, why not tell me I'm worthless when I was growing up? That's like it takes a while to get that shit out
Yeah,
of your head. You can't, it's to an extent, it'll always be there in a way. But, like you
yeah,
tell these people that
yeah,
like everybody's keeping them down and there's nothing they can do, then they won't even try.
yeah, yeah,
And they'll never
yeah.
learn
It's
that,
gonna make them
oh,
more
nobody's
likely to
actually
fucking
keeping them down. And if they
try.
actually do try, they'll likely succeed. Sooner or later, you just keep trying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. The guy that did all this shows, all the videos and shit on Evergreen, the Evergreen State College or whatever. You remember that madness? Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
got.
yeah.
I don't know if he got
They
married
were the
or
ones that
it's a
had the
girlfriend, but
like
he's
the
basically going
day
back
of
through.
whatever where like they like white people weren't allowed on campus.
Yeah, yeah, the day of absence and all that shit, day of presence, whatever. Yeah, the fucking yeah, Brett Weinstein was the guy, the main guy. But yeah, Benjamin
Yeah.
Boyce is the one that was like doing a fucking like what do you call it? Like a documentary on it basically.
Oh
So he
yeah.
was filming all that shit. And yeah, like he's going back through it all with his new girlfriend or wife or whatever the fuck she is. So yeah, it was interesting to watch, to be reminded of how fucking insane that place was. Like it was just fucking nuts, dude. It was very much the inmates running the asylum, dude. The main guy, George Bridges, was such a fucking pussy, such a little snake. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it
whole thing was
was.
pretty gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like, how can you let these fucking dumbass kids like run shit like that and get away with all kinds of insanity? Like they were very much like threatening, like you're not leaving until we get whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were literally kidnapping, holding people against their will and shit.
Oh yeah,
And
no. There were
back alone,
felony
I just
crimes
can't
committed
leave
that were
now.
just overlooked there aplenty.
Yeah, yeah.
And I gotta say, like,
Yeah.
I applaud the people that allowed themselves to be taken hostage in some of these cases, because they're a lot more civil than I am.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'd call the police, and if the police are just like, oh, you know, they're just kids being kids, I'm like, well, you're gonna need a fucking coroner in a minute. So either come down here and fucking deal with this, or I'm gonna deal with it in a whole different way. There's like a switch in my head when somebody tries to force me to do something that I don't want to do, or thinks they get to control me in some way. It's not a pretty thing. Like, it's not gonna work out well.
Yeah.
Like,
and a lot of times, like the cops hated those kids. It's fucking, they could not stand those fucking brats.
Oh, I imagine if you called the police and actually asked them to come down and arrest the kids, the cops would be there in a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They'd be like, oh yeah.
Well, when they had Weinstein
press charges, we'll hold on a second, and then just be like fucking Looney Tunes puff of smoke and like a hole in the wall, looking like a cop as they come in, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Like when they had Weinstein like surrounded outside of his room, outside of his classroom and shit. Yeah, there's a couple cops that were like, "Get the fuck out of my way! Get out of my way!" Like, you know what I mean? They're trying to talk him, and he was just chucking them, dude.
Oh yeah.
To get, yeah.
And kudos to Weinstein for being willing to stand up to such an incredibly racist and terribly disgusting fucking tradition.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, he was. I mean, he's still a bit of a libtard, but more reasonable than,
you know what? He could be left wing if he wants. I don't have a problem with people being left wing. I really don't.
Yeah.
I may not agree with them, but I'm not gonna
he's not
condemn people just for their politics being different than mine. So.
Yeah. But I'm saying he's not authoritarian the way.
Which is definitely a lot more tolerable for sure. Yeah. Somebody you can have a conversation with and, you know, like, actually just chat about bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since he's not the cult guy, he's not going to feel the need. Like, you could have a conversation about movies with him and you'd probably, like, never even know each other's politics and be like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like, what was it the other day? I watched a video where this guy was doing this comedy bit. And literally the only thing was that he was gay. Like, there was no real jokes or anything. And he was making up all sorts of dumb shit about being, like, harassed and stuff. Like, people would just drive by and yell faggot. I'm like, what are you talking about? Really? They knew? How? In, like, the millisecond they saw you as they were driving up, they're like, that's a gay dude right there. And I hate me the gays. You know, like, come on, man. Don't fucking... It's not even funny, it's just like dumb. It's like it's completely unbelievable nonsense. And all of his jokes were just basically I'm gay and quirky, and it was just like, man, I miss when people had like funny fucking jokes and real stories.
Yeah, no, it's whole identitarian shit. Yeah, no, it's odd when people are like, nope, this is all who I am. I have no personality outside of being, gay or transgender or fucking whatever.
And all of them are like the most stereotypically offensive version of that, which is even worse.
Yeah.
It's like they can't just be like a regular dude who's gay. No, they gotta be like this weird mincing fairy like princess gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
The flamers.
Or if they're pretending to
Like,
be a
yeah, they're
man or a woman or
reinforce it.
whatever, it's like the most ridiculously inappropriate version of that gender.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts, dude. It's like, why are you embracing it? Like, you're railing against this shit, and you seem to be like, it seems deliberate. Like, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
that
like
this is
you're
just
way
the
more
way your
sexist than
personality
any of the people
naturally.
you're complaining about, sir.
Yeah, like, yeah, it'd be funny if it's like literally. No, he wasn't always like this. Just when he became this weird militant, he suddenly just developed a lisp and started talking very effeminately when he was mostly a normal guy before, which I'm
Yeah,
sure happens
I
a
think it's a
lot.
weird
Which,
indoctrination thing that's going on because like
yeah,
it's the only thing that makes sense. It's something wrong. The schools are definitely indoctrinating kids into this. This is not like a normal, healthy sort of like regular development. You're always going to get some people that are going to have personalities like that
yeah,
where they're just not really they're just devoid of anything like real in their own personality. Like, well, and that explains a lot of the
yeah,
narcissism too, though. Yeah, there's a lot of narcissism and a lot of like stereotypical, like I just have to be a character out of a show or something. It's very strange. Because like you notice, like they can't handle not succeeding at something, like right away.
all right. Like something that might actually take a little effort and time.
Yeah, yeah, like they have to either really be
Mm,
good at it right away or just like it drives them insane. It's like, well, yeah, like you tried it once, you didn't succeed. Doesn't mean you stop. It just means maybe it's going to take you a lot of tries to figure that shit out. you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like think about anything that you've fucking gotten good at.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part, you weren't good at it when you first started. Like it takes a bit. Some people doing it faster, some people learn it slower, but very
Oh
few people
man,
are fortunate enough to just be great at something the first time they try it.
it was a good 6 to 8 months of just going to dances and taking lessons as much as I could before I was comfortable on a dance floor doing like swing dancing and blues dancing and stuff. And that wasn't like
Yeah,
till I
yeah.
felt like that I was good at it so much. It's just like till I didn't feel like, oh shit, oh shit, oh
You didn't
shit, oh
feel
shit, oh
lost.
shit, oh shit, oh shit, through the whole dance.
Yeah. Yeah, where
Because
it
it's
became
like,
natural, and up until then, you're like thinking about it, like, oh shit, oh,
oh
what am I
yeah,
doing? What am I doing? Yeah,
exactly.
I
Oh,
hear you.
there's this person, there's that person. All right, what angle can I move at? I don't want to hit these. Oh no, I'm gonna hit that guy. Son of a bitch. What's going on? Oh no, I stepped on the wrong foot. Oh, I stepped on her foot. You know, like,
Yeah, yeah, or like any like professional athletes, like football especially,
yeah,
like
oh
guys that
yeah.
have been playing football their entire lives will come into the NFL and they're like, wow, it turns out I had been getting along almost exclusively on my athleticism, and now I have to actually learn to play. You know, like I need to learn
Actually learn
technique
how
and
to
all this
play
shit.
because everybody's as athletic as I am. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because it'll take most people, most players, a couple years, like a few years of being, you know, like coached up to become really good. There's exceptions to that, but it's pretty fucking rare
Oh
that
yeah.
anybody gets drafted in just their rookie year. They're fucking tearing it up. It happens, but yeah, usually it takes 2 or 3 years at least. So yeah, it's like even people that have been doing something their entire career don't exactly know how to do it. Like all the proper technique and shit of a professional.
Oh, and you know, you see, my dad used to watch golf constantly. Like he was a
All
huge
right.
fan of watching golf. He really, really liked golfing. He liked golfing.
Mm.
He liked watching it. I even golfed a little when I was younger, but I never much cared for watching it. But it was interesting to see how like you would get waves of different things that the golfers would do over like the course of like 4 or 5 years. Like for some
All
reason,
right.
suddenly, uh, it was like one or two guys are using these really long putters where they like holds right up to their chest.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And then
remember the lawn
suddenly
cutters, dude.
everybody's using them for a while, and then there's only a few people that are still using them. Like you could see like different waves of people just like slowly tweaking and trying to improve on the game. Because even though they were like the best of the best professionals, it was always a case of yeah, but there's still I could still be doing better. Like they had that mentality of like I can keep learning. There's other things I can try. I'm gonna improve
Yeah,
my game every day. I'm gonna improve my game, kind of thing, like that attitude.
yeah, and dude, that fucking sport, dude. Jesus Christ, that is the most humbling fucking uh, anything as far as sports or athletics. The most humbling fucking sport, dude. Because you could
Oh,
play great
golf.
one day, yeah,
Oh
yeah, and you
yeah.
can go back the next day and be absolutely fucking horrible. Like the difference between doing it right and doing it wrong is paper thin, dude. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
hundred
Like it's
percent.
fucking yeah, like it's a fucking. They'll say other games are a game of inches, but that fucking sport is like a game of fucking millimeters
It was
between getting it right
it was
and
a lot of
fucking
fun, but yeah, it can be brutal. Like
dude, it's
really
so
really brutal.
frustrating. But it's yeah, dude, when you fucking nail it, it's so rewarding. It's been the most rewarding fucking feeling in any fucking
Oh,
sports that I've
even
played,
if
which
like
is quite
so
a
for
lot.
anybody even if you've never actually played real golf, just mini
Yeah,
golf
just
can
being
kind
at
of
the
give you that
range.
same feeling of like being super rewarding.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. But yeah, dude, yeah, that's the most frustrating part is just having that day where you're just fucking nailing everything. You go back the next time, whether it's the next day or whatever, and you just fucking suck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck happened? It's like, well, you're off by like 3 millimeters on your, when the ball striking, you're not coming down at quite the right angle.
You're
Yeah,
like 2 degrees off of
like
your
a
angle.
quarter of a degree off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But goddamn, when it works, it feels fucking magical.
Oh yeah, I think one of my favorite things
Yeah.
to do when I played golf was hit the driving range and just spend like an hour just hitting like balls down the driving range.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, that was
Yeah.
so fun. But that was a really good example of it was sort of like a microcosm of that thing because it's like everything's exactly the same. You're using the same club. You hit the last ball 5 miles down. And this next one is going off to the right for no reason. Son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you could have a great time at the range, then you get out on the course and you suck, or fucking
mm-hmm.
yeah, it's pretty nuts, dude. Yeah, golf's a pretty fucking crazy one. But yeah, when you get to the point where you can fucking where the ball actually will take like, it's going on a line and it actually fucking flips up because you put enough spin on it, like fucking or hitting like an iron into a green where you like
Mm.
hit it past the green and spin it back to like below the fucking pin. Like
Yep.
that's such a great feeling, dude. Yeah, when you're actually getting that good, where you're able to get that proper spin and shit on it, it's fucking amazing, dude. And it's so easily gone. Like you
When
can
when
just do a
when
tiny thing, tiny
it's
bit difference
going where
over
you
time.
wanted it to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like initially, you're gonna fucking, you know, easily you will miss the ball swinging at it, completely miss the ball. Then you get to the point where you're never missing the ball, but you're slicing and hooking and fucking, doing all kinds of shit.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a thing that requires so much fucking repetition to get good at and get consistent at any of that shit. Um, but again, when you get it, goddamn, I'm still like reliving it in my head, like the times that I was able to do that. I'm like, holy shit! I just spun that ball dug and it fucking spun back 20 feet. I'm like, holy shit! I'm gonna turn pro.
The first time
And then
you're on
like
a
within a
short
week,
hole where it's not a super long one, and you manage to
yeah.
land on the green from the pin,
Oh, dude. Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
one
Like
shot the
when you
green,
get
and you're like, oh yeah, that's where it's at,
yeah.
baby.
Yeah, and you're actually hitting the green off of your first shot on a par three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fucking awesome, dude. Or putting it on a green on a par 5 in the second shot. That's fucking fun. That's a great feeling.
I don't think I ever got that one.
Yeah, no, I got pretty good at it. Like, I'm a big dude, and which means something. Although your strength, like just being tall, like a tall skinny dude, is going to be about the same as like a tall buff dude, right? Like it's all
it's
about
the
the
leverage
leverage.
angles for the leverage, because the
Yeah,
golf ball gets its impetus not from the force behind the swing, but from like the inertia of the swing, sort of like there's a
yeah,
weird whipping action.
yeah, and it's the clubs are not heavy, like you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The clubs everybody uses are basically the same, so they're not like super heavy. Like you can't swing a heavier one
And they're not very rigid.
and hit it further. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's definitely the whip action or whatever. Indeed. So yeah, because I had a friend of mine that was like about an inch taller than me. Skinniest, one of the skinniest dudes I've ever fucking met. And yeah, he could fucking nail it, dude. He could fucking hit that thing, a few hundred yards pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
Which I guess we all could. Yeah, by the time because we used to play a lot. Me and my friends used to play a lot. Even though most of the golf courses hated us because we were just, young punks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we got actually
Takes a
really
while to
good
learn
at
like the right etiquette for the course.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I remember we would occasionally take people, that didn't really play before, and you think, like, you kind of assume that people know things that they really would have no way of knowing, especially if they've never been into golf ever.
Mm.
Like, we had one guy that we took with him that thought it was okay to drive the golf cart onto the green.
Oh
The putting
no.
green. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Get that off of there. Yeah. You're like, dude, you're not really supposed to even. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like one of those things you're like, everybody knows that, right? Like, I thought that everybody knows that. It turns out they don't. I think most people still know that. But there's plenty of people that do not.
I would not think that you would need to explain that to somebody. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I don't think I ever played anywhere that had a golf cart. But even the ones where I played, where you had like a pull thing, like it was just like like two wheels and a thing that made your golf bag like the third leg of a stool kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I played mostly on courses where that was like 9-hole courses, because I was playing a lot when I was in like high school and shit. So it was like,
right.
As 16-year-old, you're not getting out on like a real 18-hole course with like a golf cart. They don't want you there. Like,
right.
In your 20s, sure. You're fucking 16. They're not really interested in you getting behind the wheel of anything. But the fairgrounds course that's in the middle of the racetrack, because they needed to do something with all that empty fucking space, that's fine. They don't care.
Right.
You can go hang out there and drive balls and play all you want. But, yeah. Even then, we would never bring the carts onto the green. Like, it just seemed like you just,
Yeah. There's some people that just literally never played, never knew anything about it. Drive a fucking golf cart right onto the green. It was fucking funny. Obviously, we were yelling at them, "Get the fuck off before we get kicked out of here," because it was the first hole. So you know what I mean? Like, it's not that far from the clubhouse.
Oh, whoever was running it probably just didn't even see it.
Yeah, they're not paying attention.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit.
Or like the greenskeeper looked over and was just like, "Oh, I fucking hate you."
Right. Oh shit.
But
yeah, they were definitely. They weren't like outwardly rude. They would just be kind of like cold. You know what I mean? Like not particularly friendly when we're going to like pay for our, round of golf and shit.
Oh yeah, they'll take your money. They do need that money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they would prefer you just pay and then go away or something. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we never really did anything fucked up. You know what I mean? Like we fucking respected the fucking rules and shit. But we
Yeah,
just looked like young punks.
I know what you mean. There was always some people that were just never happy to see you there.
Yeah, yeah. Like I remember getting a bucket of range balls, and the fucking old lady bitch that was there was like, you can't take these onto the course, And I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'm gonna hit them in the range and then use the balls in my bag. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like she assumed that I didn't know that. Yeah, that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking infuriating. And you're like, what the fuck, bitch?
Yeah, that would be kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
I'm like, dude, I refer to them as range balls. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't fucking. Yeah, people suck. This was just at a shitty municipal course, like in this shitty town I live in. It's
Yeah.
not even like it was a private fucking place.
Well, you know what? I do have to wonder if she just had like a long history of just seeing people do that over and over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be. Although there wasn't many young punks making it out there to the fucking. It's not really near anything. Like it's at it's at like a park. Well, there's houses around it now, but back then
Oh
like, it
yeah.
was just a bunch of desert around that whole fucking area. Yeah, so it wasn't like kids accidentally wandering into that area.
Yeah, then I don't know, yeah. I don't know,
But not
some
a
people
whole
are
lot of
just
that.
mean.
Yeah, some people are just assholes. They're like, you don't look like you're supposed. You know, you're not. You don't look like the rest of us golfers. I think we would even wear collared shirts. Like we would usually even wear polo shirt shit.
Oh, you guys would do like the dressing up? Yeah, we always tried to dress nice when we went to the golf course. Like at least
Yeah,
one of those
yeah,
shirts that's like, I think it's a polo shirt where it's got like the 3 buttons and the little collar, but it's a short sleeve shirt.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Polo
At the
shirt.
very
Yeah,
least, like
yeah,
a polo shirt. If we couldn't get like a button up, like full on button up shirt to wear, like a
yeah,
polo shirt and
yeah.
some nice
No, that's
pants, like some
normal. Yeah, for
khakis and some
golf.
fucking,
Yeah.
you
Now,
know.
polo shirt is what golfers wear. Yeah, nobody wears a full-on button-up shirt to go golfing. It's almost all polo shirts. We wouldn't wear pants, but we would at least wear um like
Khakis.
khaki type shorts. Yeah, yeah, we're not
Khaki
like
type pants
going
is
out there in
usually
like
what we would wear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's not like we're out there in basketball fucking shorts or whatever, and a fucking a polo shirt or something weird like that. We would at least wear respectable attire. Not gonna wear pants, especially in the desert. Fuck you. Not wearing pants to fucking go play
Oh
golf in the
yeah,
middle of
yeah.
summer.
It would be like substantially warmer on average over there than it would be here. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, we were pretty dedicated to it. We'd play when it was like 120 out. We'd go fucking play around it. It's
Damn.
like 115, 120 out. Yeah, yeah. Not a lot, but it happened. Indeed. Yeah. What the hell else has been going on? Oh, I didn't get to watch I usually watch the actual Justice Warrior videos, but I didn't see the beating up the migrant predator guy.
Oh yeah. So it was just a nice story. The video was kind of dog shit. Like there wasn't anything you couldn't really see anything in the video. Like you didn't get to watch the beatdown occur or anything
Right,
cool like
right.
that. But essentially what happened was
Tell it was happening.
pile of shit that they arrested had gone down to Central Park, found a couple of 13-year-olds hanging out together, and used a machete to intimidate them into going to somewhere more private where he raped the girl and robbed both of them. And
Wow.
they had a bunch of posters out, and people were trying to find him because they're like, oh, this, we gotta get this guy out of here. He can't be. We can't have this guy running around. Like that's not good for anybody, kind of thing. And somebody figured out who it was, and they're like, oh yeah, I seen him at this convenience store all the time. I'm just gonna go hang out there till they show up. And then when he did show up, he called some of his friends, and they all beat the shit out of him, and then tied him up and held him for the cops.
Nice.
I mean, that's not how they put it, but that's how it clearly went down.
That's what happened. Right. Yeah, sometimes mob justice ain't so bad.
Yeah, the news lady put it, I think, very clearly is they restrained him. A very polite way of putting it.
Right. Nice.
But yeah, that was it was a heartwarming story. Like, I mean, he didn't end up in the wood chipper where he belongs, but it was a heartwarming story where, like, at least some justice was found, and this guy is going, to prison and everything. And he got a good solid whipping and a good solid beatdown on the side as well, because he deserves both.
Indeed. And then he was let out without any bail.
I have no idea. I only know that he got arrested. I would imagine, considering how that story's blowing up, that there's a good chance he actually does some time off of it.
That would be nice. Yeah, that's pretty fucking disgusting. Yeah, no, I'm in the country illegally, and I'm going to rape a girl and rob her and this other dude.
It's a good thing they're in a sanctuary city. Like, can you imagine if they hadn't been willing to, like, let that guy in with open arms and they just sent him back immediately? And he was never there? That would have been awful.
Yeah, what a travesty. Such a travesty. Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, all of them are magic. They're all fucking magical.
Yep.
Poor shit.
They're not.
It was kind of like the congressman chick that's healing
cancer
chicks' tumors
with her magical Christian priest powers.
Yes,
that
Corey
was
Bush. I guess
that was fucking bizarre.
Dude. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. The kind of shit, like the reporter or the interviewer bitch just letting her fucking say this stupid shit. Yeah. I think you had pointed it out, like, oh yeah, if that was a fucking white person, they'd be what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, but it's a magical Negro.
There would have at least been a moment of like, the fuck did you just say? Like...
Right. Yeah, there would at least be a look.
Did I ask correctly? Because it sounded like you just went and said a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, bitch is a fucking registered nurse and claimed faith healing shit. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'd forgotten she's about a fucking registered nurse on the side too. It's like, god damn, that is scary. See, I think it just shows an incredible lack of respect for her constituents. She's like, I can say whatever crazy shit I want, no matter how dumb. And these stupid motherfuckers will eat it up and buy into me being a super...
Yeah, these fucking morons. These fucking morons in my district. Yeah, they're gonna eat it up. I believe in their bullshit. I'm pretending to believe in their bullshit. Fucking faith healing, dude. Ugh.
100%. Yeah, well, and
just, oh shit!
You're a fucking nurse.
Yeah, and you're claiming to believe that you've healed somebody by putting hands on them, just by placing hands on them.
Yeah.
As a nurse, that's fucking amazing. What happened? I didn't see the story about the Secret Service agent getting robbed. in
Yeah, that's
California
fucking
or
funny.
LA.
So, Biden was in Oakland for whatever reason. Don't know. Don't care. And the
Right.
Secret Service detail was driving through Oakland with some fucking bags or whatever. Or no, walking or something. I don't remember exactly how they ended up, happening. But
Right.
somebody robbed the Secret Service agent at gunpoint and took some of the bags that they were bringing, like, luggage and shit. And so
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if it was theirs, probably their own luggage, who knows. Shots were apparently fired by the Secret Service agent, but they still robbed
Wow.
them anyway and still got away. So, like,
God damn.
yeah, it's
It doesn't say
fucking
much.
crazy shit.
Service guy. Jesus,
Clearly,
dude.
Oakland does not have a crime problem. That's not a crime
Yeah.
problem. Nah.
Yeah, I know. They're doing great. They're doing fantastic.
I love when the people try to be like, but crime is down. It's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's not. Like, we just stopped designating a lot of shit as crimes that is, like.
Yeah. Or we classify as many people as white as. So it looks like white people are, bigger criminals or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What? Hispanic? Okay, you're white. You're counting as white.
Oh, they've done that to people, haven't they? Like, people that are, like, outspoken but happen to be, like, half white, half black or something like that. Where no one will refer to them as anything other than white anymore from the left because they're that racist.
Yeah. Yeah, like Hispanics, I think, is the main one. Because they're like, well, Spain is European, so, yeah, we can count them as white people. Because Spain is part of their background.
Yeah, I gotta wonder if nope, lost that thought in the middle. Yep, it's gone forever now.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out myself.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! I missed the one about Biden losing his shit. It was Sky News Australia was talking about Biden losing temper or something.
Yeah, that turned out to be a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, gotcha.
It would be cool and all, but like Biden was mad, but he didn't like actually threaten to throw the guy's fucking cell phone. He just said, "I trust you about as far as I could throw your cell phone." And I'm thinking it's just because the guy was filming with his cell phone, and so that's what was visible. Which is, like instead of "I'll trust you as far as I could throw you," it was your cell phone, and I think it was just a dumb fucking. Like he was clearly out of line. He wasn't being very polite or anything like that. He was being very rude. But like.
Yeah, plus, it seems like he'd want to just say as far as I can throw you, since it would be not very far, and you could probably chuck a cell phone a pretty decent distance.
That's what I think is he was focused on the cell phone camera and not happy about the question being in front of a camera, and so he said cell phone because that's what he was angry about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was very obviously not a threat or anything like it, that the guy was saying he's threatening the guy. Like, no, he didn't threaten to sell the guy or throw the guy's cell phone. He was doing a fucking Bidenism where he just fucking mangled up the fucking phrase that he wanted.
His own retarded. Yeah, it's amazing it was even that coherent with Biden nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, it was dumb, but like, yeah, it was kind of funny. That they tried to make it into that big, like this big deal when it's like, it didn't, as much as I want to fucking, as much as I'd love to fucking play that out and him look like the dummy, it's like, it was just a mild gaffe.
I gotcha.
Oh, man. Let's see what else is going on there.
Shit, you shared a fucking Turkey Tom video, dude. That's funny.
Oh, which one?
The one about the most insufferable comedian of all time, Bert Kreischer.
Oh, yeah. I saw that because we had been talking about how fucking obnoxious that guy was not long prior to that. Me seeing that in my
Oh yeah.
thing, and then I saw it and I was like, oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah. No, I'm sub to that guy. He's one of the commentary or drama, whatever way you want to label it.
I've seen some
He's
of
one
the
of
stuff
best
he says. I've seen other videos where he's talking about more serious topics. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah, I
I
like
think
him.
you've
He's okay.
posted him. He seems all right. I just don't watch too much of that
Yeah.
stuff because, like, I don't know, man. At a certain point, it's not good for your blood pressure. You just gotta like fucking watch some shit about like World War II or some fucking food stuff or whatever. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'd at least give him. I mean, there's guys that you can actually describe as commentary YouTubers, in my opinion. There's ones that you can describe as drama YouTubers.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of overlap, I guess, but like you can tell who's serious about it and who's just gossiping. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
people that are actually trying to find out what's actually true and not just gossiping. So like I'll give him that. He's at least he's
whatever
at least
he's
a commentary
recording
guy.
it's
He's not
accurate.
a
He's doing the research.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to confirm anything, or if it's not confirmed, he'll let you know. These are the rumors.
Straight up about it. Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't watch the one with the Queeman guy that I was asking? Well, I didn't know. I kind of made it pretty clear. I gave you too much info. Big ass paragraph. I'm like, I don't influence you too much.
Watch anything
but there's
with
this dude that's like, his name's Queeman. He's a British kid.
I don't think I saw the Queeman one.
Yeah, it was him and Chad Logic, who's a guy. And they were basically talking about the I'm Alex thing. And this dude, this Queeman guy, he's a fucking super angry British dude. And especially, like, it's like an irrational hatred of women, which I didn't think was possible. Because that's what I'll say a lot of times, but especially in reference to him. I'm like, look, man, I hate women as much as the next reasonable guy. What the fuck with this dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, he's that automatic. Bad where you're like, dude. So Chud Logic is kind of funny.
Fuck. Give me a second. All right, you probably can't hear me, or I can't hear you.
Oh, you must not be able to hear me.
All right, are you hearing me or no?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm actually still here. Oh shit. Okay. Well, maybe I'm all right then. Yeah, normally when it just did the disconnect reconnect thing, and that almost always results in one of us not being. Usually I can't hear something. So all right, never mind. But yeah, he's the one. He was basically like sweeping for the I'm Alex guy, and he was basically being very ungenerous to the chick. And I wouldn't, again, everybody's kind of said it. Like, we wouldn't be surprised if the girl turns out to be a bit, shitty herself. But he was like sweeping so hard for the dude. It was bizarre. Because he'd be like, well, maybe this is happening. And then whatever his maybe this is happening, he would basically treat that like that was the truth. You know what I mean? Like, he would do this weird fucking, like, piling what ifs on top of each other and acting like that's the truth. Well, she might be doing this and this and this, and then like he'd talk like that was exactly what was definitely happening. Like one of the people who assumes whatever their guess is just can't possibly be wrong, and he's like super fucking angry, just a total fucking asshole, dude. And it got me thinking. I'm like, I think there's something to like. This is not a new thought, by the way, but like there is something about a dude having a British accent. Like, I feel like if this dude wasn't British, nobody would listen to him at all. And he would just be dismissed as a fucking angry little fucking twink himself.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, hearing some accent, it's weird that people seem to assume there are no British, people, dumbass British people.
Oh
Like they
yeah,
have
yeah.
some
That is
weird
kind of
like
weird that people
sound of
seem to just
authority.
associate anybody with a British accent as being an intelligent person. Like
Yeah,
it's like they
yeah,
have more credit. I gotta say,
yeah.
there was a British guy we were watching at one point. I don't know if you were in the chat room at the same time as I was on this one, but this
Mm.
motherfucker was saying, "Oh yeah, well in America they kill cows with lightning bolts,"
Lightning bolts.
and everybody
Jesus.
was just like, "Wait a second, the fuck you just say?" And then he's like, "Oh
Right.
yeah, no, they use lightning bolts to kill cows in California for like steak, and I'm all for like eating a steak, but using a lightning bolt seems pretty insane." And everybody was like, "Well, that's
Like,
probably
no, it's an
because they
actual bolt.
fucking don't use lightning bolts to kill cows in
Yeah,
America. They use what's called a bolt gun, which is an air
yeah.
compressed
It's an
gun that
actual
has a
physical
bolt that
bolt
pops out the front real fast and breaks the spinal cord right at the base of the skull, killing them basically right in
instantly.
the second there."
Yeah,
That was and that was a British dude, and clearly he was not uh,
yeah, yeah.
very
He's a dumbass.
intellectual. He's not a smart guy. Accent did not make him more intelligent at all.
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, so it's kind of funny because the Chud Logic guy, the chunky guy with the glasses. Here, I'll post this back again to show you what I'm showing. Like he's actually pretty reasonable. I follow him now. He's good. Um, it's also for some reason whenever I see him, it makes me think of like where's like what would happen to Where's Waldo as he got into like and got older and put on a little weight. Like I feel like I don't know. It's the glasses he's wearing. I think for some reason it makes me think of Where's Waldo whenever I see him. That has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was another thing. So the guy I'm talking about, the Queeman guy, the angry little British kid, uh, was literally like, "Well, she said this, and she said she slapped him, so she's the one that initiated the violence in the relationship. So it's mutually, abusive. So it's her fault because she started it, and later on when he kicked her in the back and the fucking spine." You know what I mean? That kind of shit.
Oh, good lord. Man, it
Yeah.
takes a special kind
Yeah.
of piece of shit to kick somebody in the back.
Yeah. And a dude to kick a woman in the back? Wait, did I not go
Oh,
through
yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
even worse. But it's just you just have to be so scummy to kick anyone in the back to start with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's pretty fucking gross.
that's a cowardly move.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking gross, dude.
I think if somebody kicks you in the back, you have every right to just put them in the hospital. Like, I don't think that's how legally it works, but I think it should be that way.
Right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I
Legally, just go
reposted if you
grab a
get a
baseball
chance.
bat and bust their legs all up and fuck up their arms real good. Like really work them over.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, anyways, that video looks like it's about 27 minutes long. But yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. Just the way that dude swooped so hard for the guy. And again, hearing some of the other ones, because I actually subbed to him. He's one of the guys that's supposed to be that commentary drama. I've subbed to quite a few of them lately.
Huh.
For him, I think I caught like 2 or 3 live streams, and I unsubbed before any of this happened that I'm talking about with
Oh
I'm
wow.
Alex or whatever. Yeah, I'm like, this guy sucks. This is an angry little shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yeah, like he had like he did like some kind of weird debate with Brianna Wu, which he actually looked okay, and I think that's why I subbed to him because if you can't look better than Brianna Wu, fucking worthless. So I think that's why I'd sub to him. But then as I'm listening, I'm like, God damn, dude. Like, I almost want to keep staying sub to him just because it makes my hatred of women seem pretty reasonable by comparison. And then I'm like, no, this guy's just fucking angry at everything, but just especially women. So yeah, whatever. If you had a chance, dude, it'd be funny to hear your take on that. Because I really would be like, I wonder if this guy wasn't British, would anybody be, because there are people that are still like, no, he's fine. No, no, he's just making his points. I'm like, no, he's an angry little fucking petty little child. But I think it's the British accent. I think it's obviously Brits. It's not going to work on because the Chud Logic guy literally at one point was like, dude, you got to get over your fucking anger at people, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Because he's going off on Willie Mack, and he's like, Willie Mack was being perfectly fucking reasonable. You guys just disagreed, and like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Chud Logic's pretty solid. I think that was actually on his channel, right? It's got to be the only way I saw it. So yeah, he's decent. But yeah, the fucking Queeman guy. It's spelled weird. It's like Kuihman. I spell it like I spell it with a we just because I know he's a little shit. He's a little fucking Twinkie shit. So I spell it like K, lowercase W, and then capital or lowercase K, and then capital W EE.
What?
Because he's small. He's a wee little fella.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was all over the place on that one. But yeah, it's weird. Like most people recognize it, but there's some people who are like, no, he's making good. So I'm like, no, he's not. It's conjecture at best. The same shit that we gave fucking the In Praise of Shadows guy, shit for. It wasn't quite to that extreme on his Wendigoon hit piece or whatever, but it's not much better. And he's assuming that his shit is true, that he's guessing at. Like, fuck this guy. He's an idiot. He's super angry, especially hates women, which I'd normally be okay with. But it's irrational. The hatred of everything is pretty much irrational.
Yeah, sometimes people get real fucking nuts with that kind of stuff, where it's like,
yeah.
You
have. So I assume he's just an angry little twink Brit that's never gotten pussy or rarely gotten pussy, that just hates women because they're not throwing themselves at his feet or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he hasn't gotten laid a lot in his life. Like, I feel like that's the only way you could be that fucking angry at women.
Huh.
That is very much conjecture, though. I admit I do not know that for a fact. I feel that's important to point. Yeah, nobody's listening, but just in case.
You don't want to cause yourself some potential issues.
Yeah, I'd hate to do the thing that he's doing. I don't want to be a hypocrite. But anyways, yeah, that was the whole point. Like, that dude does not understand. Like, we don't really even give a shit about her. As fucked up as it sounds, the fact that the issue here, the main issue is actually the fact that he has immediately condemned all these dudes for allegedly abusing women that didn't turn out to be abusing their women, just to get them out of the way so he could get a bigger market share or whatever. It's the hypocrisy of the dude and his Machiavellian bullshit. That's the issue. Whether it turns out that she's just as abusive as him doesn't fucking matter. Like, it does, but not, you know what I mean? That's not the main fucking issue with this fucking asshole. It's the fact that he's been canceling dudes on basically zero evidence for similar shit for years just to try to further his own career. So this dude's, like I said, the other angry Brit, and I guess they're both angry Brits. Angry little twink Brits. It's becoming a real issue out there, real world. Or just the online world, I guess, really. But yeah, like, he's completely missing the point. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and people have been telling him, but he still is insistent that we got to wait to find out. what she's done when we get his side or whatever. You go outside?
Okay.
No, we'll do it. Yeah, so like even if she turns out to be even worse, it doesn't really matter. It's the fact that what he's done in the past to all these dudes. That again, the vast majority of them, the claims turned out. Get out of there! Come on. He's obsessed with my mom's. Come on, go outside. This dog is obsessed with her slippers. Like he loves to grab them and fucking run around everywhere. Come on, do it, pee cacas. It's fucking hot out here.
Weird.
Although she gave him one of her old ones. You gotta do caca. Come on, pups. It's hot out here. So that's like been in the yard. He fucks with that. So I think that's probably why. But yeah, he runs all fucking over the place with it. He went in this morning. My mom's in Carlsbad in California right now. So he still runs in there, expecting her to be in there in her bedroom. But yeah, he came running out with one of the slippers and didn't drop it until he saw his food, like that I had his food ready for him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Because I didn't see him drop it. It was just suddenly like right behind me. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Luke, you gotta do caca or not? Luke. All right, I'm going in.
No.
Come on. I got to do caca, you big faker.
Oh, did you see the video about the GPS tracker?
Oh yeah, like a bunch of cars or like the
yeah. So this guy was just showing. He only found it because his battery was getting drained when he wasn't driving the car. Like he didn't drive it for like 3 weeks and the battery died, and he's like, that seems strange for a new car that I bought. And so he was looking around online and just checking with people, and dealerships have apparently, well, I knew this before I saw the video, but dealerships have been putting GPS units in cars that they're selling, and then they sell the data that they get from those GPS units to insurance companies.
Insurance, yeah.
And they use that to decide your rates, even though they're not supposed to be getting that information from anybody like that, or and whatever. They're allowed to do that. Apparently, there's a bunch of lawsuits going on because the other group of people that are doing that are cell phone companies. They're using your GPS in your phone to track where you're going and how fast, so that they can sell that information to insurance companies.
Dude, fucking companies are evil, dude.
Right?
Come on, in the room. Sorry, he's running back and up and down the hall. Get in there. Come on.
Especially when you think about, that guy's the GPS unit in that guy's car was shutting down the power. Making his power go way out.
Yeah.
What if he'd been out somewhere where there wasn't anybody to help, or been in some sort of problem or something and couldn't drive anywhere because the car had died because of that. It's kind of fucked up.
There. Luke, I'm gonna kick your ass. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Fucking dogs. Come on. He keeps running to the front room, dude, instead of going into my room. Come on. Luke, I'm gonna fucking lock you. I'm gonna chain you up. Come on. Get in the room. Fun time's over. Get in there. Alright. Told you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you senseless. Probably not, but I could. You don't know. Okay, I got him in the room. Sorry. My apologies. That took way too long.
Gotta get him in there.
Good boy. Oh, it's just funny. I started. He does this thing where I think I shared a pic of. He'll chew on like the top side or whatever of my hamper or my clothes bin.
Yeah.
And he only does it when I'm.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that the other day too. Yeah, I was telling you put some bitters on it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I did tell you about it. Yeah, dude. So I've started to flick him in the nose when he does it.
Give him a little
which again,
flick.
yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's not actually hurting him. Like he dislikes it, you know what I mean? But it doesn't seem to be actually hurting him. So yeah, I started doing that, and now all I have to do after doing that, like I don't know, 2 maybe 3 times, all I have to do is put my hand in that position, like I'm gonna flick him, and he immediately stops.
Well, that's nice.
Actually, well, he tries to attack my hand. He doesn't actually, yeah, but he stops trying to bite the shit that I don't want him to bite. So, mission accomplished.
Better than poking the eye with a sharp stick. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Indeed. So I didn't have to actually like beat him or fucking whip him. Although I guess flicking, but you know what I mean. It's not like I'm flicking him as hard. It's like a noose. Like it's kind of the minimum I could think of to do to dissuade him from continuing the behavior.
Hey, you
And it worked.
you gotta do what you can do.
Yeah. But yeah. No, I was talking to my son about it because I like just constantly leaving him in a cage, like anytime he went anywhere. Because I'm like, dude, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't fuck anything up or chew on shit or he doesn't do any of that shit if he's in the room by himself. Like it's literally all attention-seeking behavior. He only does it if somebody's there that he wants to get attention from. He's like, oh yeah, no, I know. He's like, yeah, no, I've left him there for half hour. Yeah, he doesn't chew on anything. He doesn't fuck anything up. But when you're in the room with him and you don't pay attention to him for like 5 seconds, that's when he starts doing that kind of shit.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, he's a golden retriever. They're pretty well known for their need of attention, their need of companionship, whatever the fuck. So yeah, they do a lot of the pick me nonsense, dude. But it's it's frustrating because I'll be like petting him, interacting with him, and he'll do it like 2 seconds after I stop. Like it's almost instant, dude. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna start chewing on this because she's gonna keep interacting with me. He's gonna, even if it's bad, even if he's yelling at me, he's definitely going to pay attention.
Oh yeah.
That's a bit irritating, but then it's also yeah, constant attention is not enough. That is insufficient for a golden retriever. Yeah. What else is happening? Oh, the Vitali thing. Most people are of the opinion that Vitali is full of shit and he's hiring these people. In fact, I think I don't know about the actual victim, or the actual dudes they're fucking with, but there was a guy that was like, yeah, no, this is all fake. Like, he was telling me this is all fake. So I'm pretty sure even the victim is fake too.
Oh yeah.
And didn't know exactly what they were setting up.
He was listing off some of the shit he's done to people, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way you get away with that without somebody calling the police on you. Because, like, whatever you say at the point they call the police on you because you left after you pissed on the guy. Whatever, they're not going to think that they're making it up. They're gonna assume the guy who's, like, all fucked up is telling the truth, or like the guy who's covered in urine or something is telling the truth about getting pissed on by some crazy fucking psycho. And he'd go to jail, or he'd just run into the wrong pedophile and the pedophile would like pop him with a gun or something,
Right. Yeah. And I don't know if you know Vitali's history, but
he's been a fraud for a long time.
Well, not even just a fraud. Not necessarily even that, but at least not before. But he was arrested because he decided to jump out of a car and just start beating the shit out of some chick that was like jogging in the road for no fucking reason. Like he was all drugged out. He was all fucking fucked up on whatever drugs and just beat the shit out of this bitch for no fucking reason.
Damn.
Yeah, he's had an odd history. So I forget what he did to get popular to begin with. I think it was prank type shit, but maybe not. Shut the fuck up, cat. Because yeah, like when he got famous here, people were like, I think he was in porn before, because there's like a video of him, like, you know,
Wait,
some dude fucking a
fucking
chick, and
what?
like he's just standing there, not actually doing porn, not actually participating, but he was like in a scene for some fucking reason, like as they're fucking. It was some weird shit from like when he was in Russia or wherever the fuck he's from. So either Russia or one of those Eastern Bloc countries by Russia, one of those Eastern European countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh shit, that is him. That is a younger him, just fucking hanging out in a fucking porn scene, fully clothed for some reason. Yeah, it was some weird shit with him, so he's a weird guy. Although, yeah, I was curious. I'm like, can you get flashbangs? Can civilians have flashbang grenades?
What do you mean?
Probably. It doesn't seem like they'd be easy to obtain by legal means, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think you can get flashbangs.
Yeah, probably, actually. They're not, like, lethal, I guess.
Yeah, I believe you are allowed to get them. Where was I? I swear I saw somebody talking about it not long ago, actually. Maybe you have to be law enforcement, though. Might be a thing. But I think
Yeah,
it
you'd have
counts
to,
under like firearms and kind of stuff. Like, you have a right to own them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, the fucking I don't know how many live streams you watch nowadays, but I watch quite a few. The fucking there's like a chat summary. Like when you first click on a chat in a live stream.
Oh, you were very unhappy with that at first, and then very quickly you were like, "Oh no, this is fucking hilarious."
Dude, this is unintentional hilarity, but goddamn, dude, some of the fucking some of the summaries that it comes up with, based on, you know, because it's like an AI thing, so it's reading like all the chats and kind of figuring out what everybody's talking about or chatting about in the live chat. And yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, dude. You know, it's got a decent hit rate. It's got a decent success rate, I guess. But when it's wrong, it gets really fucking funny. And I'm just hoping that my faith in the internet, I'm pretty sure it'll happen, where you're gonna just fuck with it just to make it say some crazy shit, like they did with Tay. Remember Microsoft's Tay back whenever that happened, where they basically put out like this chat. I think it was on Twitter, but wherever, and they basically turned it into a fucking like white supremacist within like less than a day.
Just by everything is kind of how all the weird racial fucking creepy shit added now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, they did it on purpose, though. Like, people were different. That's like deliberately chatting that type of shit at Tay, the AI chatbot, to turn it into a white supremacist, too. Which is, again, of course, that was what I don't understand how they don't expect something like that. You know what I mean? Like, knowing the internet, what did you think was going to happen when you just release a bot and say, yeah, it's going to learn and fucking, you know, do all this shit based on, you know, what it hears and what it interacts with people? Like, how did you not expect something bad to happen? That is like by far the most likely thing to happen. What did you fucking expect? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah. It's kind of like how are you surprised that you have a competition where people vote on what school gets a free Taylor Swift concert, and everybody upvoted the school for the deaf? Like, how did you not expect that to happen? How did you not see something like that happening?
No, you have to wonder.
Dude, that's really fucking funny, though, right? Like, yeah, hey, I'm gonna have a free concert. You guys vote on it. So somebody is like, okay, I found a school for the deaf. so they won't have to hear her music. Let's vote that one all the way up to number one.
Well, and
And
not
that
only that,
is
but she
exactly what happened.
antagonizes the internet trolls all the fucking time. Like that
Yeah,
might be the
I think
biggest
she actually.
antagonizing moment. But like she comes in
Yeah,
like fucking not Trump boxes, Biden boxes, just any kind of place where there's a cash.
yeah, that was several years ago, so I don't know if she was like that back. Probably, but yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. Whoever it was, popular musician, I assume was going to get the same, a similar result.
Yeah.
Because 4chan and all those guys love to fucking coordinate shit like that.
Oh yeah.
What was the Mountain Dew flavor? Fuck, what was the Mountain Dew flavor? I forget what the fucking they came up with. It was like something about Hitler, right?
Hitler did
Where
nothing
they're like,
wrong.
hey, we got a new Mountain Dew flavor. What do you guys, submit? I don't know if that's exactly what it was. Let me see. Because, yeah, it was another one where like, hey, submit submit, so we're taking submissions for the name of this new Mountain Dew flavor. Let me see if I can find it because I forget exactly what happened. Yeah, there's a vote. Let's see. But yeah, the results, like most of the top ones. Come on, I gotta find it. Online poll goes horribly wrong. Oh, okay, yeah. So the top ones were, yeah, Hitler did nothing wrong was actually one of them. Good call. Diabetes,
Ha. Well chosen.
gushing granny. Jesus Christ, gushing granny. Those are like the top three apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, it was back in 2012. Fapple. Fapple. Top four: Fapple, gushing granny, diabetes, and Hitler did nothing wrong. Those are the top four in the Dub the Do contest. So, that's pretty good. And again, what did you expect? Like 4chan's going to fuck with you. 4chan and whatever chan they can drag along with them, they're going to fuck with you any way they can in situations like this.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if there's an opportunity to fuck with anybody who's, in their opinion, walked too close to the sun, no matter what the situation
Indeed.
is, 4chan's gonna take it.
Dude,
They
it looks
love a
like,
chance
oh,
to
wow.
get like justice or revenge on anything and anyone.
Yeah, or
Whether
just to
it's
fuck
just
with
or
people.
not is usually not relevant either.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just want to fuck with people. I don't even know if it's like any kind of revenge thing. Just
Yeah, it just
fucking.
sometimes their
This is great.
weaponized
Oh,
autism
wow.
gets used for good purposes. Very rarely, but it does happen on occasion.
Dude,
So I
this is
remember there was
amazing. Okay, out of the top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, 6 of the top 10 results were some variation of the gushing granny thing. Like there's one
nice.
where it's spelled gushing with a G. There's one where it's an apostrophe. Yeah, gooshing, like GOOSHING. 6 of the top 10 were some variety of that.
They just were
Fabulous apple. That's pretty good.
bound and determined. There was a soda that was apple flavored that a lot of people
Moist
really, really
nugget. Oh
liked
yeah,
and were
number
very
11 was
unhappy
moist
to see
nugget.
go way back in the 70s.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Sour Granny Slap? What the fuck, dude? It's fantastic. Granny Mist. Okay, so even the 11 through 14 apparently.
Granny slaps.
Alright. Okay, hold on, dude. I got number 15. This is one of the finished. Okay, this is the 15th one. So bear with me here. I gotta make sure I have enough breath for this. The 15th most popular voted name was "What the apple did you just appling say to me, you little apple? I'll have you know I graduated at the top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret on Al Qaeda." And that was the title. That was that was number 15
Oh God.
That's most popular name. You
Oh, that's
Mountain Dew drink,
glorious.
and it just kind of just like,
That
damn
is
it, they have a fucking
absolutely glorious.
like at first I assumed they thought it didn't have a character. Why isn't it? How disappointed was the names are even better. Although, I don't know. They're all great. They're all great. The fact that the top 15 at least were not remotely serious is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Well
yeah.
done, internet trolls. Well done.
Similar to when they were naming that boat. You know, it's always nice to see people hoisted by like the
Like, why would you ask
dumbness
the
of like,
internet?
why would you have ever asked? Like, why would you have ever asked the internet to do this to you?
Yeah, you're pretty much never gonna get a fucking straight. Like, oh fuck, man. So back then, that was 2012. So at that time, I don't know if it was as that was a 12 years ago or whatever. But yeah, nowadays, yeah, if you were asking the internet to come up with names and then vote on the name, you're asking for trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be taken seriously. That's for sure.
No. No, it is never going to be taken seriously.
God damn. Oh shit! Did you watch the clip? This is I don't know if we really need to talk about it for any length of time, but the clip I had of Moist Critical and his latest analogy.
Yeah, I couldn't really get what he was saying. It was like
Yeah,
sped
no,
up
it
in a
was
weird
basically.
way, and I just couldn't follow.
Oh
I listened
yeah,
to it a bunch of
that's
times, and I just
right.
couldn't quite get what he was saying.
All right, yeah. So he was basically, Jesus, I've actually already forgotten what the original thing was.
Something
But I'm gonna
about
watch it.
pooping and people like being. It was like I giggled, but I just don't think I got it. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is what he was basically saying. Like, how are you going to try to kill a Jedi with a weapon? Like, apparently in the latest The Acolyte, the latest shitty Star Wars show made by Harvey Weinstein's former assistant, the Bulldyke bitch. Anyways, yeah. So in that the fourth episode, like the anti Jedi, the Sith bitch, was tasked with killing all these Jedi's, but without using any kind of weapon, right? So what he's
Okay.
saying is that's like telling me to poop without peeing. He's like, yeah, maybe I could do it. Like if I really fucking focused on it, I could stop myself from peeing like while I poop. But why? What for? What purpose? Like, nobody's going to get anything out of that. Is basically what he was saying. Yeah, just his analogies are fucking. They
That's
get
what
pretty
he was
fucking off
saying.
the wall.
Okay, because I knew he was talking about pooping at some point, and I was very
Yeah, yeah,
confused as to what the fuck he was bringing
yeah,
up pooping for.
yeah. Because if you shit, you're gonna pee too. That's what he was saying. It's like trying to not pee when you're shitting. Like, yeah, maybe you could do it. Maybe you could train yourself to do it, but why? So he was comparing that to like, why would you have somebody try to kill Jedi without using a weapon? What the fuck, dude? That's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah, what was it? I recently I saw a YouTube short that was like a deleted scene from one of the Star Wars films
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh yeah.
they were asking like should it have been left out, and it was General Grievous is confronting Obi-Wan and Anakin, and you know the alien chick with the orange like weird horns and like the long things on the side or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, Ahsoka. Yeah.
Yeah, he just fucking executes her right in front of them, and they're both just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, whatever, and they just start like making like fucking quips and stuff to each other.
What the
It was
fuck,
the
dude?
weirdest thing. Like it made no fucking sense.
Wow.
Like they were like oh, that was a terrible mistake. You should never have done that. And then they start doing like these little gestures on their face that are meant to be some sort of secret code between them as to what they're going to
Oh,
do
wow.
next. And they're
Jesus,
like, oh,
dude.
that's a terrible idea. Oh, no, what are you talking about, Master? This isn't the time for arguing. And they're like totally nonchalant about the fact that like this woman just got fucking murdered in front of them that was clearly one of the Jedi.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, that's very odd.
It's
Glad they
the
left it
whole
out of the
thing was
movie.
like, yeah, no, that was a very good scene to delete. That didn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck wrote that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect them to be overly emotional because they are Jedi and having that
Yeah,
control is kind of one of
Jedi.
those things. But like, fucking
Like, even righteous
what now?
anger is bad? Alright. Like, that seems like a spot where righteous anger, that's,
Yeah, it would
I
be a
don't know,
normal
seems pretty
like
acceptable.
human fucking
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently there were a lot of those. Like General Grievous, I guess in one of the deleted scenes, he actually got killed. Like
Oh, really?
when they're going as far as like what canon is, they're like, no, he got killed in one of the deleted scenes. They're like, no, if it's a deleted scene, it didn't happen. It's not canon.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. If it's in a deleted scene, obviously, who the fuck thinks that, like a deleted scene was gonna be like canon? That doesn't even make any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah. It's not actually part of the movie. It's some shit they cut out of the movie. But yeah, it was like a big thing. Like people debating that.
Wow.
They're like, no, if you get the director's cut, he dies in this scene where this happens, and you're like, yeah, no, it didn't happen. It was deleted from the official movie. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. People are stupid.
Yeah. People are
Back
weird,
when people
man.
still cared about Star Wars. Yeah, I think they finally like killed off the last of the diehard like Star Wars fans, dude. Like, there's people that were still like, no, I'm still gonna watch it. It's still Star Wars. Like, I feel like the Acolyte is the one that finally killed off the last of the, almost all of the remaining diehard fans. Apathy. I think everyone's just apathetic about Star
Yeah.
Wars now.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
don't care.
fascinating.
I have no interest in watching any of it, and I don't care what they put on, what channel or what streaming service or what movies they release anymore. I'm not going to go see any of it. I'm not even like I'm not even interested in giving
like
it
that.
a chance. I just don't have any interest at all. You know, like it's just
Dude,
a waste of time.
dude, I badly want George Lucas to buy it back for like pennies on the dollar. That would be fucking amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
He sold it for what, almost $5 billion? Yeah, they bought it for like over $4 billion, if I remember correctly. It's somewhere between 4 to 5 billion, and they've so devalued it that he could probably buy it back for a few hundred million. Like maybe not right now, but at some point, he could probably get the whole thing back for like a few hundred million, which would be amazing. And then it can be like,
That
oh
would
yeah,
be-
no, all that bullshit never happened.
That would be pretty fucking fun.
None of that shit. Yeah, yeah, Disney Star Wars. None of it was canon. None of it ever happened. Because, yeah, you got to at least make that distinction.
You
There's
know,
Star Wars,
I would be down with
and then
that.
there's Disney Star Wars.
Like if
Yeah,
he actually
yeah, 'cause again, it's
went
so
and, like
obvious.
just erased all that other dumb shit, I might actually be in for it. Like I might actually be
Yeah.
interested in watching to see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, like the prequels sucked, but they at least made sense within the fucking universe. You know what I mean? Like,
I
the
kind of
people
look
that
at
are running
that
the shit
as
nowadays.
like, you know
don't
what? The
care.
first 3 films were amazing, and it's rare that you get more than one film that's good in any world.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
And so it's like, all right, well, hey, you know what? At least we got 3 good films. These other ones, like they're
Yeah,
not
people
my
bitch
thing,
about
but
Return
they
of the
kind of
Jedi.
make sense, you know? Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because I was a kid, but I always loved Return of the Jedi. People bitch about that one.
What's wrong with
Although,
Return of the
again,
Jedi?
compared to everything since, I don't know. They're like, it got crazy with the Ewoks and all this other shit. I don't know. It's weird. I think it's just the fact that it wasn't as good as like everybody's like thinks views The Empire Strikes Back as the best one ever out of everything. So I think it's just the fact that it's not as good as that they like kind of shit on it a little. Not many, because I'm like, I don't know, I liked it. The Ewoks, yeah, I got a little silly, I guess, but whatever.
I
Yeah,
thought it
I
was
didn't
pretty
mind the
good.
Ewoks
I didn't see
as much
anything
as some
wrong with
people
it.
did.
I'm down with
Yeah,
all three of the
yeah,
first movies. I'm
yeah,
not. I
yeah,
don't know if I could really say I'm only a fan of one
yeah.
or the other. You know, like I'm a fan of all three. Like I couldn't pick one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Same here, absolutely. I even liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue was good. The first one, The Force Awakens, was not bad. It wasn't great, but compared to the next two, it seemed to get better by comparison, I guess. I
Yeah,
like Rogue One a lot. You like Rogue One?
Rogue One. What was Rogue One about? Hold on, because I didn't.
It was basically a prelude. It was a prelude, essentially a prelude to A New Hope. It was to the original Star Wars trilogy, where they're getting the plans together for the Death Star or whatever. Um,
Oh, okay. It's the
I don't
group of
know.
people that was
Just the
like
fact
doomed
that it
from
had,
the start. You knew they were gonna die from the beginning.
yeah. I still didn't think that was necessary. Like, why could you not? Why could you not just have them not in the other action? They're off doing other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see why you absolutely had to kill all of them off.
Yeah, I don't know. That
You know what I'm
was not
saying?
not a real bright move in my opinion either. But hey, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah. But I don't. Like I'm saying, they could have just been involved in other shit. Like, it's not like there's just one single storyline going on in a fucking galactic war. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they could have been off fighting other shit. They didn't have to fucking die just because they're not in the original trilogy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it seemed like it was unnecessary. Like, everybody did their job. Like,
like
okay,
it
all
could have
right.
been more
Okay.
like a better chance of survival for everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think they had to die just because they weren't in the original trilogy. Like, I get that it was leading into that, but again, in the Galactic War, I
Didn't
assume there's more than one thing going on.
didn't they base the whole thing off of one person saying, a lot of people died to get these plans to us or something like that? Like they didn't even specifically specify
Oh,
who died.
uh,
They just said
yeah,
like people
yeah,
died getting these plans to
yeah.
us. Like that's why they killed
Oh,
everybody
okay, that's why
off.
they did it.
I
Jesus
think
Christ.
so.
So they didn't name anybody specific. They
No,
did not name
exactly.
anybody
No, they
specific.
didn't.
Jesus Christ. Like, there could have been a bunch of people that died to get it to the person that finally got it where it needed to go. And that person could have lived. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
didn't
very
really make a lot of
unimaginative.
sense.
Like, yeah, everybody's got to die. Everybody's got to do their job. Yeah, yeah. It seemed unnecessary.
Yeah,
And
it
it
was
was
like
so,
I
like,
understand
yeah,
why
I
they
didn't
did
even,
it, but I don't agree with their reasoning. I think a lot of people died to get this to us.
yeah,
Doesn't mean you have to kill everybody in the group.
yeah,
You could have easily just had some other people
yeah.
dying.
Yeah, part
There's
two.
any number of other ways that could have been. What do you call that?
Yeah, yeah. There wasn't one single interpretation of what that meant.
Yeah, exactly. That could have been.
Yeah, like there's plenty of ways that could have read.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I liked the movie. Like, it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, no, that was a fun movie. I enjoyed it for sure. There were some things that didn't pay off quite the way I wanted them to, and I think that was just bad writing. But overall, it was definitely an enjoyable film. I also liked the one uh, with young Han Solo. I know a lot of
Oh,
people
okay.
didn't care for that movie. I thought it was okay. I'm certainly not comparing it.
I still haven't seen it now that I think about it.
I'm not
Yeah, I still haven't
comparing it
seen
to
it.
the original ones by any stretch. but it was a movie that I didn't regret watching. I actually enjoyed it, and I was like, "Oh, this actually is a really interesting idea," and it kind of left a lot of room for a sequel that could have been a lot of fun because they wouldn't have had to do quite as much origin stuff, and they could have just had him getting up to crazy hijinks.
Noise. Hey, would you mind if we cut out a little early? Not right this second, but in about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, if you got something you got to do.
All right, cool. Yeah. My son's gonna be here. We're gonna he's gonna run to the store real quick. So, yeah, he's just getting off work and getting out of the gym and whatever.
No, our fans will be so disappointed. I don't know that they'll survive.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I got about another 10, 15 minutes. Did you see the Book of Boba Fett? Was that any good? Was that the Book of Boba Fett?
No, I think the Book of Boba Fett came out when I was done. Because I've been done for a while. The last thing I watched was the Han Solo movie, and then I tried to watch. I forget what it was, but I tried to watch something, and I was just like done. I just don't want to fucking watch any more Star Wars stuff. They've destroyed it. And it's not even the representation or whatever. I'm sure a lot of people try to make it off like you're just racist or you're sexist or something like that. I don't care about the whole female black and green, purple.
Yeah, the story seems secondary to all
of people, whatever whoever they want to make them fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just interested in an actual fun storyline and an actual fun plot, and I'm not getting any of that.
Yeah, the diversity itself is not the problem. It's the fact that the story is like a distant second to that in your fucking dumbass heads. That's the fucking issue.
Yeah, they have no way to tell any story.
A representative group.
It's not even that the story is secondary. It's that the story is irrelevant to the process of making the film in their minds. They don't seem to care about anything related to the story, and it's like you're not even really telling a story anymore. You're just trying to cram a bunch of fucking taglines and things to sell shit in movies. You're like, this character would be really cool, and they could make toys out of it. So we're gonna put this really cool, cute little round robot in there, so people will buy cute little round robot toys. And it's like, that's not why the toys sold from the original. The toys sold from the original because people really enjoyed those characters and the stories, and you don't have to make things to make the toys good. You can just make good stories that people want to see.
They fucking people love the fucking cowardly robot and the fucking Dogman's guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People love Wookiees. People love fucking C-3PO. Nobody gives a shit.
But they didn't love them because of what those characters looked like, or whether or not they were gay or straight or anything like that. They loved them because they were in integral parts of the story. They were the main characters.
Dude, have you heard about the Acolyte? I guess they're about 4 episodes in. Have you heard about it?
I've seen a couple of little things about it, and then I stopped watching because even secondhand it sounded so awful that I just not wanted to hear anymore.
Yeah, so there's apparently there's a fucking super Zen Jedi guy that's essentially spent 10 years floating in this room.
Yeah, that was the part that I was like, oh wow, after this I just don't want to know. Because she just sets down a cup of poison in front of him, so he just drinks it for no reason.
Yeah, just drinks it and dies. Yeah, so that was that. That same chick that killed him was fighting Trinity from, what's her name? Kate Moss? Not Kate Moss. Whatever her name is. The chick that played Trinity in the Matrix. I know it's Moss, Carrie-Anne Moss or something. Anyways,
I don't remember her name.
She plays a Jedi.
Nor will I ever remember her name.
Moss. Yeah. But anyway, she's one of the Jedi that the chick has to kill. And basically, she's like, fight me. And she's like, no, I'm not fighting you. You're not attacking me. And like, you don't have a weapon, whatever. And then so the chick starts fucking with all the people in the room, like in the cantina. It's got to be a cantina, of course, to provoke her. And they're like fighting, and she can't stop her. She's trying to throw daggers at her, which I assume would have been against the rules, but apparently not, of the no weapons rule. But anyways, like at the end, she finally like fucks with the last guy in the room, the bartender or whatever. And as the fucking the Jedi chick is like saving that guy, she hits her in the fucking like heart with a dagger, and that's how she dies.
Oh God!
It's like very anticlimactic. Yeah. That's like really. She couldn't have also moved or just stopped both things. Like I'm pretty sure people that are that good with the as good as this bitch was supposed to have been, would be able to do both. Like momentarily, stop for a tenth of a second to stop the dagger, but apparently not. Yeah, and then also like they're like, oh yeah, no, there's a Wookiee Jedi that's in this, and then they're like, oh, we got to go find them, we got to go kill them, and then like at the end of that little part of the storyline, they're like, oh, they're already dead. Like they didn't even have to kill them because it turned out that they're.
Oh wow!
They're already
terrible.
Dead. That's again. I don't
the
know,
one
dude.
I heard
so
was
fucking stupid.
There was the,
so, like,
the floating guy.
Character.
The floating guy couldn't be damaged in any way. She couldn't hurt him. And then she bought poison from somebody that just happened to be hanging out in town at the time. That was a friend of hers.
And then the whole build-up is that Jedi's already dead by the time we get to him.
It was just like, and there's like a big old fat Jedi in there.
So
like I was fine with the chubby stormtrooper.
Yeah, it's fun watching the people.
But the whole concept of the Jedi is they're so
talking shit about it. But I get very angry when they put.
You can't have a fat Jedi. I'm sorry.
Lesbian headland in the fucking thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I don't know. You can't have. First of all, none of the Jedi can have a sexuality. They're not supposed to be having sex with anybody.
I think it was like they were twin sisters or something. It was that's right. That the chick that ended up killing him has a twin sister that worked there that was like learning to be a Jedi or something.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say the Jedi are not supposed to have relationships. So you can't have like gay Jedi because they're supposed to be abstinent entirely from relationships. Like they make friends and stuff, but they don't have sex with people. They're not sexual at all. That's kind of the point of the Jedis. They're so controlled. Plus the fat Jedi. You can't have a fat Jedi. That just doesn't work. It's not allowed. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not that I'm against fat people. I'm a fat piece of shit, but you can't have a fat Jedi. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah. So the whole thing was just fucking stupid. Like, you telling me that the shit they do with the Force too. It's like, oh no, we don't care what it could do before. We're just gonna have it do whatever we need it to or want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the fact that this guy was supposed to be just sitting in the middle of fucking or not sitting, sorry, floating in the middle of the room all day, every day for 10 fucking years. Yeah. It's like, that seems like a great use of the Force.
Does that also, I was going to say that also seems sort of not like a Jedi.
Or what do they call it? They said
the Jedi were an
like
active
these people
force,
are like no, the Force is a thread. Like, you can pull on the thread.
Yeah, the Jedi were not like they were all about physical activity. Like you had to be running around doing stuff, spreading the Force, maintaining peace in the balance in the galaxy and shit. Like, I just don't think there was like a room for that in their ideology.
I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and that's the main issue is these people writing don't give a fuck about canon. They don't give a fuck about continuity. They're just like, oh, it's magic, so I can do whatever I want it.
Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing, like the story that they're telling right now.
It's like the Witcher series, dude. That's fucking. I don't know if you watch any of it, but I really liked that early on.
Oh, the first season was amazing, and then I refused to watch anymore.
Never played the games. But yeah, I was
I
like, this
watched
is
the
fucking
first season
awesome.
of The Witcher. I
This is
never
a
played any of the games, but I
great
watched
show.
the first season, and that was all I ever seen. And as soon as
Now,
I finished
switching
the
it over
first
to where
season,
The Witcher, Henry
yeah, The
Cavill,
Witcher, the first season, as soon as I finished it, I'm like, they're gonna fuck it up. I'm not
you
watching
know, the main
anymore.
character.
And I refused to watch any more than the first season because I knew they were gonna
Yeah,
fuck it up.
yeah,
I said,
yeah. Well,
nope, this is
they're
too
cutting him
good.
out. They're making him a second. They were making him a secondary character.
Yep.
They were cutting out character to the fucking Yennefer and the young blonde chick, whatever her name was.
Yep,
So
exactly.
yeah,
I knew they were going to
because it's
fuck
got
it
to be
up. That's
women.
why I stopped
You can't
watching
have
it.
a dude.
Because you couldn't have it. You couldn't have it like the way it was.
Yeah. I think it was at the end of season 2 when you could see it.
That's why I never went
Yeah, I'm
past
trying to
season
think.
1.
There was the end of the season where the fucking there was like a house that grew legs and was fucking walking or something. Like I saw that, and I guess that
Oh,
was
like
actually
Baba
something that was
Yaga.
technically canon or whatever. But then, so they're gonna move this bitch. Yeah, yeah. So basically, whenever that happened, yeah, because Cavill was like, I will play this character for forever, as long as I can, as long as they stay true to the material. And like within a year after he said that, he was no longer going to show.
Yep.
They're like, gee, I wonder what happened. I wonder if they're sticking to the fucking source material.
Oh yeah, no. Well, he was
Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to fucking say what happened. We all know.
He's a big gamer. That guy.
Yeah, he's a fucking
big
nerd.
Gamer. There's
actually
a video of him building his own computer for gaming. Like he literally built his own computer for gaming on a video to show off online. Like, it's hard to get much more of a nerd.
Henry Cavill is basically, he's a huge nerd who happens to be in shape.
Yep, and he realized very early on that being an
so
actor,
he was like,
he could work for like 3 or 4 months really hard out of the year, and then take off the rest of the year and fucking game. He had a relationship that ended apparently because he was not. Apparently, he was too into the gaming and not into like enough hygiene for the lady. She was unhappy with the fact that he didn't want to go and fucking go out and like to fancy restaurants and parties and shit. He wanted to play fucking World of Warcraft.
Yeah. No, it's kind of amazing. That's a dude that's like that not antisocial, but doesn't give a shit about Hollywood, but he became a huge fucking star. Like, that's fucking awesome. It sucks that he's probably not going to be able to do much because of being
earned
truthful.
a lot.
Like, he isn't even like fucking railing against anything. Just like,
he just like, you're gonna take something I really like and you're gonna fuck it up, and I'm not interested in being part of you doing that, and you can do it on your own. And I respect that.
But
like,
yeah, dude, that's kind of the first one, I guess.
There was.
I learned that not only do they not care about the source material, they have active like hatred for it. They have active disdain.
Oh yeah,
for
Velma's
the source
the
material.
best example of that.
The thing that. Yeah.
Like Velma is probably the best, most like unmistakable example of just they clearly hated Scooby-Doo. And they went in there with the intention of destroying it and shitting all over it in order to piss everyone off. And they succeeded, and lo and behold, they were totally not popular.
No, Mindy Kaling, if she'd have stayed just, super ugly, and she could have still been probably kind of likable, but she started getting the plastic surgery and just embraced her inner raging cunt. Yep. And did a self-insert, quite obviously, with Velma.
Oh, yeah.
That's her fucking talking. That's not her being a character. Yeah, so she's going to ruin her fucking career because nobody likes her anymore. Yeah, that was the first one that literally everyone, leftist, rightist, and, everyone in between that doesn't give a shit about politics or social identity shit, everyone hated that. It was, like, amazing.
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
like
nobody likes this.
Sexualized version of Scooby-Doo.
Well, Grace Randolph
everybody was
did.
a lesbian.
Grace Randolph
or
seems
like,
to like everything.
Race swapped and all sorts of weird shit, and they didn't even have the dog. It was just like This isn't Scooby Doo. Like you're like.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah,
been
the
a
black
terrible enough cartoon if
black
it
dude.
hadn't
The
been
black dude was
pretending to be
Scooby.
Scooby Doo. You know what I mean? It would have been terrible even then, like if it had just been
Right.
her own original work. But making it Scooby Doo was just like an extra helping of shit on top of the, like the fucking thing.
Well, yeah, no, the black dude was Scooby, which seems fucked up on some level. Seems like some of that condescending racism somehow. Yeah,
No,
the
he was
moody black dude.
Shaggy. There was no Scooby Doo. There was no fucking dog in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There was no
Oh, I thought
dog.
they said it was Scooby. That's right. Oh,
No, he was
my son's
Norville,
here.
but he was really Shaggy.
My
But if
son's
you've
here.
watched enough of the other cartoons,
My
they
son's
call
here.
him Norville in a lot of
I'm
them.
gonna have to leave. I will see.